I like had to burp and I was about to let it loose because Poppy really likes that now. She thinks it's funny. So like I've gotten in this habit of just like burping as loud as possible. And I was like, no. That's going to get pulled and put on a fetish website.
Yeah. So you say that for the end of the stream. You got to stick around. You want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the champagne's so bubbly. Yeah, I'm good.
Hello, Loreheads, and welcome to the League, exploring the League of Legends lore from A to Z. My name is Rebecca.
And I'm John.
My name is Mark.
Today we're talking about Rise of the Thorn Zyra, who was released July 24th, 2012. For anybody who's been keeping up, I have been dying for a champion to be released on my birthday. For it to have been Zyra, my main, and the last champion would have been so hype. But my birthday's July 23rd.
That's so close.
You know what?
Seeing that, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You know what's hilarious, too? Knowing Riot, especially at that point, there's a very good chance her release got delayed at least a day.
Probably.
I think they went back in time and they changed her release date.
I think so.
As we've been doing this podcast.
They knew I desperately wanted
Right.
A champion on my birthday. Oh, anyway, we doing impressions? What'd she sound like? Oh,
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
I didn't think about it at all.
I did write down a quote, and as I was looking at all her quotes, I was like, why am I looking at these? These are like in my soul. Like, I know. She's probably the champion I've played the most. Should I wait for Mark to find one?
No, you got it.
Yeah,
You'll
let me find one. And,
I go last?
No.
No, John always goes last.
You go last. I guess that's fine.
Oh, we got to do plant puns, honey. Do you have some lined up?
Shit.
Not even a one, but I'll think of some as we go along.
Okay.
Okay.
You're a real thorn in my side.
I'm sure some will bloom.
Look, we gotta get this episode going. Let's put the pedal to the metal, okay? All right. I hear her say this shit a lot. She says, "Just wait."
That's good.
Ooh.
Nice. Okay. Choke the life from them.
Just a harmless flower.
Oh, you were so breathy. You had it.
Very breathy.
Yeah, you know, I my flowers like air, you know?
Your flowers need water? Mm-mm.
No. Only O2 for my flowers.
That's what plants crave. Zyra has like a shocking amount of stuff linked on her page for some reason. There's a bio, a short story, a new Dawn, the cinematic. There's an art gallery, an art spotlight video, and a new Dawn behind the scenes. They also do like her theme, which is very hit or miss. But this was apparently during the time when they were like, put it all on there.
Just do
Anything
it.
she's remotely in. There's a booby leaf. Let's go. Slap it on her page.
Right. And you can tell they stopped doing that
like...
immediately.
Someone likes the leaf boobs.
Those leaf tits, tell you what.
They're very good, is the thing.
Double B's for buds.
Those are not double B's, honey. Okay. Yeah. Should I talk about the bio?
Do it.
Okay.
By Mark Collins and Lori Golding.
Oh, thank you. Zyra was once a normal garden in Ixtal. It was called the Garden of Zyr or Zyr? It's Zyr. I don't know how you're supposed to say that.
Right. I'm just gonna say Zyre just because it's like it's Zyra and they just took the A off.
It makes sense.
It is really funny. And then when she pops out of the ground, she's like, "I'm Zyra, though."
Right. With an apostrophe.
It should have just been. She didn't come from the void, John. Okay. Anyway, the Garden of Zyr, I can't say Zyre. It's ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. It's described as being between the great rivers that divide eastern Shurima. The garden had been affected by elemental magic and now grew carnivorous plants that would eat kind of whatever wandered into it. They were just a happy little garden, though, spreading around, eating people, until a group of soldiers stumbled in. They were looking for some kind of prize rumored to be there. We will never know what that was. It's been lost to time, as they say.
Much like Zillion, this is just a random group of people marching south of the border for some reason that's unspecified.
Love it. I do love that. Like, no one knows why. No one knows anything. Don't worry
I
about
guess
it.
it was a long time ago. But yeah, anyway. But
Yeah.
Riot should know. Anyway.
Someone should.
Someone
need to
should
know.
have this written down. So the soldiers were no match for the plants there, so they got help from a sorceress who was the one who led them all there in the first place. She blew the place up with some kind of runes. This seemed to be during the time of the Rune Wars, actually, and a little spark made the explosion much too big. It killed everything miles around, and no one ever lived after the Rune Wars to know about the garden and what happened to it. It was lost to memory. Centuries went by, and the garden remained lifeless at the surface, but underground there was a little seed pod.
Little bitty seed pod.
A little bitty seed pod, and it grew big old titties. It's very important that she had really big breasts. And out popped Zyra, who had some memories of the sun and death in that place. That was about it. Zyra started to wander around. No one really liked her. She couldn't connect with anyone. No one got her.
Right.
No one gets Zyra.
They just want to eat people, and like they don't like that.
I'm shocked, honestly. They couldn't find. I mean, she probably could find some people who are like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, right. Go to
Runeterra,
Zon.
baby.
From what I know, about half the people in Runeterra also want to eat people.
Yeah, that's very true. Zyra basically decided everything alive was disrespecting the land or some shit like that, and it made her real pissed off. So she now just kills whoever for no real reason other than they're alive. The bio ends talking about how the rivers in Shurima are running again, and some new flowers are slowly spreading westward and will not be stopped.
Hey.
That's the bio.
Real quick, because we did say that we were going to run an ad before we started this.
Oh, we fucking forgot. Let's do that.
And then we completely forgot.
So
We're
sorry.
We're
oh my
gonna
God.
run an ad real quick.
Let's take a break. We'll say hi to Heart.
We're gonna take
hi, Heart.
like a 1 minute break to run this ad so that people don't have an ad like in the middle.
Yeah.
But we'll be back in a second.
Let
Is
the bio
Zyra
sit, let it
is
ferment.
Zyra Shuriman? That's a good question. Oh, they might be getting an ad while we're talking about it. Damn.
I mean, the non-subscribers are.
I know, but that person might not be a subscriber. Can you tell?
True.
I'm gonna say Jitticus Maximus. I don't
recognize
unless
the
someone
name.
has gifted them a sub. I don't recognize.
We can. I mean, you just wait. They can wait with bated breath.
Yeah,
Is she Shuriman?
not really. I
Watch
thought
this ad for Mercedes to find out.
I mean, to be fair, I mean we'll get into this later too. But she's Ixtalan, isn't she? Didn't we get this confirmed in Milio's lore?
Yeah, I think so.
It's
it
even
says on
on
her page
her-
that she's from Ixtal.
Her
Yeah.
page.
King of Hearts with the
Oh,
gift sub
gift.
to Jitticus
Oh my
Maximus.
God, Heart, you're very nice.
Thanks so much, buddy. Jitticus, we were just talking about you.
Yeah,
And in the darkness, a hand reached out. Pulled you out
Fuck
of the
them
mud.
ads.
Your question sparked some discussion.
Yeah.
He says she's a Stali.
Yeah, she's definitely from Ixtal.
All right, ad's over.
Okay, good. But yeah, Shurima and Ixtal, it seems to get a little wonky there, kind
A
of
little fuzzy.
where
Yeah,
one
that's also
begins
true.
and the other ends, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Look, do you look like you're from Egypt? You're Shurima. Do you look like you're in the jungle? Ishtal. Get right over there.
Do you have a mask on with a million different eyes on it? You're Jax.
Or Master Yi.
Could be
Do
anything.
you smell like eggs?
Could be.
I was not expecting to get a Kamungu drop in this
Right?
lore.
And then it pops up again.
Yeah.
What
Like
is
a
that
new
place
name,
again?
even, as if it's changed.
That's some old school lore.
Oh,
The
okay.
Kamungu jungles
Yeah.
where like Ramus used to be from and all that shit.
Oh.
I thought they had
Anyone who,
fully
like,
given up on it,
you-
which I think they still did
They just
for the
forgot it was
Zyra
here.
bio. And then
Yeah.
the short story, they were like, "Can we work with it? We can work with it. What is it now? Kamunjin? We'll give it a slightly different name, but it's the same jungle."
The amount of times
I was
Riot does that is really funny.
I was trying to figure out, is that just a fuck up? Is that just a typo? Or is that like intentional, as if the name has slightly kind of changed over
Right.
centuries, right?
The new name for the record, Kamungra.
Does the difference matter? Yeah, right.
Kamungus.
Come on.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't know. It is. It shocked me too, honestly.
Anyway, Zyra's bio. I don't fucking like it. Gotta say.
Don't like it.
Not really. I kind of liked everything to start, I guess. I don't like Zyra's goal is just killing everyone. That's never a fan. Like, I'm never a fan of that kind of goal for an antagonist. I don't find that fun at all. And for her, I don't feel the reason behind it. I don't know. She's supposed to be more advanced than her carnivorous plant ancestors or whatever. I just don't feel it. I don't know.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I feel
even
like
her,
her
like-
old lore was kind of a little bit better, at least in terms of motivation. Like, or
Motivation, yeah. There's things about the old lore that I don't prefer as much. I think we can talk about when we get to it. I was gonna say, like, even in the bio, like, she, for example, she doesn't know why she calls herself Zyra. She kind of lacks a lot of strong motivators, strong drive. Right?
yeah, it was kind of like Riot wasn't sure what to do, so then they're like, but that's okay as long as we say that she also is unsure of what to do.
That would work once, Riot, but after the 20th time.
Yeah.
Speaking of after
mean,
the
it's-
20th time. So, in that very instant, a rogue spark ignited the gases of the swamp, and the resulting magical explosion obliterated every living thing for miles around. An entire area obliterated by mysterious magic? What is this, the Shadow Isles? Sorry, what is this, Acathia? Sorry, what is this, Combe? No, sorry, what is this, Belveth? Sorry, what is this, Rygan's
Like
Reach?
that.
Sorry, what is this, Havenfall? Sorry, what is this, Geome Pass? Sorry, what is
You can
this,
just start, like, making up
Nianthi?
shit.
He's got like 6 more to
Sorry,
go.
what is this, Nashrame? Sorry, what is this, Hearthome? Sorry, what is this, Wuju? Wait, is this Vakora?
The fact that you went through and found all of those, John, is impressive.
I do appreciate it. Right.
That is a lot of towns.
Look, Runeterra sucks ass. Like, I said it before, I'll say it again. And
0
even
out of
Dave,
10
like,
on Yelp.
I like how
I've seen.
that's going to be our new slogan for this. Our new thing when we're complaining about a rando we have in League is we'll just be like, League's a hard game, man. We gotta let it go. League's hard. Mark started that one too. And now when some dumbass shit's going on in Runeterra, Runeterra sucks, man.
Runeterra sucks,
Oh,
man.
I
It
don't
sucks.
know. It sucks
You don't wanna
so
be there.
bad.
yeah, I mean, you're
I
not
appreciate all the
wrong.
faith in chat on this one.
Yeah, John just says this in his brain. He doesn't look it up at all.
Something's been triggered within it. Yeah, I mean, just like I said, she likes strong motivators, and I
Personality.
don't know. In some ways, I guess personality is a hard one too, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's like in some ways, maybe I don't care that much about getting like a piece from Zyra's perspective, for example.
Yeah.
But I think you would need to harp on things more. Like, I like the idea that she's. We'll talk about maybe with a short story. I'll hold off, but I like the idea broadly, or the idea of doing like a hive mind thing with her. Where
Yeah.
Yeah, which they kind of, I guess, hint at in some places here, but I'd like them to hammer on it harder.
Yeah. Other than that, feels a lot like Belveth or something, right? Like she kind of has this.
I got a lot of
hive
Belveth
mind,
vibes from her before.
For sure.
Void thing going on. Yeah, I
But
feel
Zyra
like
was here first.
Shimmer was here first.
That's
you
true.
bitch. You fucking manta ray flapping around.
She was the first person who had the name of the place that she consumed.
She
In the name.
consumed. Oh man, you're right. This is what happens, by the way, when we're like, "Oh, Mark froze again." Now you guys can see it too.
Right?
looks
Live,
happy.
baby.
He's
He
in a
does
good mood.
often freeze in really happy poses.
He
so-
does. Yeah. Look at him. That's our guy. Okay, he's
And
back.
he's back.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm not.
I feel like Zyra could benefit. I don't feel like this often, but I feel like she could definitely benefit from just more voice lines to fill
Yeah.
out the bits of her personality that are not going to work through stories.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, you kind of have to define it in the first place.
Well, budget Poison Ivy.
She is.
That's the thing, that's what I was
right. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say about like her goal of being just kill everything. Is that, I mean, she's just poison ivy. Right?
Except
So
Poison
it's-
Ivy is like I honestly would prefer she just has more of a Poison Ivy vibe to her, whereas Poison Ivy is more of like a eco terrorist, which I
Right.
really love. And
I guess that's true.
I
yeah,
guess
she's
I
more
could
just
do
like
that with Zyra too. She's not trying to kill everything on Earth. She can understand that some things are contributing to Runeterra and the land.
You know, it's
But
funny,
goes
just
after
it's
the
funny you
people
mention
who
that.
are. Yeah. Oh.
It's funny you mentioned that because in her old lore, one of the big like inciting problem for her and her species is that they just kill everything and then there's nothing to eat.
Oh.
They fucking Noxist themselves.
See,
Yeah.
I would take that, I guess, because that again, it's something.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny because like there are things I like about the bio. I think I like that I like the way it's written. Maybe not the content so much, but
Yeah, me
unlike
too.
a lot of other bios, it's got like a little narrative flair to it. Like
Yeah.
when they're talking about how there's still energy in the land, they describe it as having like curdled, which I thought was kind of a neat way of
Yeah.
it's like an image to paint.
I should specify. I just didn't like the plot. Not that I didn't dislike the writing.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like it's way too thin, which is weird because I also thought that the short story was good. I like the short story, but like this is like a little thing. I don't know.
I will say too, I forgot to double check this. I literally wrote a note for myself to go back and double check this and then didn't do it. But one of the last lines of the bio is, as the rivers of Shurima begin to run anew, strange flora has been sighted on their banks, spreading slowly westward with each passing season. Whether pulled from the earth or purged by fire, the growth does not seem to be slowing. And I was pretty sure, without double checking this, and I forgot to double check, so we'll never know. I was pretty sure that line was just added after the fact. Like the lore we see for Zyra is like still pretty old lore, but then when they did the whole Azir event, they were like, ooh, but we can add this whole thing at the end maybe about like and then tie it back to modern lore potentially. But I only looked up the original bio and not like the second version of it, so I have no idea if that's true or not.
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah, I didn't either. I kind of I don't mind it frankly because it's something you could do with her. I thought a lot of what you could do with Zyra, since we're talking about it, would be to have her. I really like the idea of her interacting with Kiana and them forming some sort of weird alliance. Because she has a vested interest in stopping. Like Kiana could present some real like, hey, if you want to stop things from being crushed and destroyed, like the Piltovans are way worse than we are. You'll get regular food, I suppose, whatever it is that Zyra wants.
We'll feed you all the peoples.
Yeah, and it kind of plays. It really keeps harping on the Kiana being a real piece of shit. Like just like working with like this monster just to further whatever her goal is. And it's like
Yeah.
it's something you could do. And then we tie her into like Ixtal, which has been getting a lot of play lately, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that's really smart. I think a lot of this was done before they really rethought about Ixtal, and so right now they kind of have her spreading out into Shurima, which it doesn't seem accurate anymore. I think she's more
Yeah, I think you're right.
kind of in this other area.
Right. If she's looking for life to consume, man, did she go to the wrong fucking
Yeah,
area?
Shurima ain't it, girl. I don't know if she would beat the Void, plant versus Void. I don't know. It's hard to say. That would be interesting to have her be kind of a foil for the Void as well, if they want to go into Shurima.
They both want to destroy everything, but when she's done destroying everything, there's just like life everywhere.
It's just like it seems like a lot of stuff is kind of yeah, that is really fun actually. She's kind of going underground and above ground a little bit, and so is the Void, and so them like colliding into each other would be interesting, but I don't think they'll ever do that. In the Void event, that's definitely coming.
Definitely any day,
it's gonna
guys.
happen any time now.
Void event, here we come.
2025, probably. I was gonna say 2024, but
damn it, we're not done there already.
I think it's gonna be that early. Yeah. I guess when I thought of Zyra, the plot was very whatever, but I think that she's positioned, and just the living plant. Like I said, hive mind thing is neat enough that like you do kind of anything with her. You just need to give her a little bit more. I don't know.
Would be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the bio?
Right.
Short story time.
Yeah, we can hop into it. Was the bio also by Matt Dunn?
No, it was not.
Okay.
It was two other people, Mark Collins and Lori Golding.
Okay, interesting. It's always interesting to have like the dual credits on anything, especially like a bio. I guess bios kind of get that more often than not.
Yeah, I'm curious if that's that's another thing that also makes me think that it has been updated. Like someone wrote the original one, and then like someone else went back in and just added a line at the end.
Yeah.
Hey, I earned my byline, baby.
Hey, take what you can give, man. Okay, so this one's called "With the Flowers" by Matt Dunn. Like I said, this takes place in. They call it Tonica, but I looked that up, and I think it's just in Ixtal. It's in like northeast of the Shurian continent. Anyway, and it's following a woman named Hatili, and she is her and her husband are opening up a merchant business, but she also seems to be, I don't know, what y'all say, like a crypto botanist almost. Like they seem they know like these weird flowers real
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, she's after those NFTs, the non-fungus token.
Not Emily Christmas.
Shut up. That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's a good one. So anyway, Hatili is at a florist shop, and she's looking at all the pretty flowers, but she's centered on this rare night blooming Zykid. It's this weird bulb that's it's not like the other flowers, right? It doesn't
Certainly
just
not
show
a
its
normal
colors for
everyday
anyone.
bulb in
It doesn't
Shurima.
show its colors to anyone. You gotta
There's
get
a
to know
line
it
that's like
first. Yeah.
Hatili was not swayed. Sapphire roses and pearls of the moon flashed their colors for any eyes to see. The fucking sluts.
Why buy the flower? Right?
When you're getting the pollen for free or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, she buys the Zykid, and there's a neat little stinger at the end of this section where she's buying it, and she notices that it has these sort of drifting, I don't know, vines or tentacles or whatever, and then one's got a hold of something, and the guy's like, oh yeah, they pick up things that are near them. Looks like this one's grafted to bone. That's weird. Don't worry about
Hope
it.
this isn't foreshadowing.
Right?
I
Anyway,
feel bad
enjoy
for
it.
this couple, but also, like, I don't know, man. You shouldn't have bought that.
It sounds like a cool flower. I don't
It
know.
does
It
sound like a cool
does.
Bone
flower.
notwithstanding. So Hatili goes home to her husband Casworth, which I really like that name. I'm gonna steal
Right?
that name for something. I don't know.
It sounds like the offspring of a talking clock and a talking nanny bot.
I can see the clock because you're just thinking Cogsworth.
Codsworth.
The
Don't
other
get the
the other
nanny
one was the
bot.
Fallout bot.
Oh, Codsworth. Got you.
Okay, this is an Okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that because that's an interesting enough idea. Anyway, he's working late. He's gonna stay up late to work on their merchant business that they're opening up, and she's brought the flower to him. And she's like, "Well, don't stay up too late." He's like, he's gonna play a few ARAMs. Anyway,
I'll be right to bed.
Until-
Don't worry.
right? Until he wakes up to feel this kind of tickling, creeping sensation on her ankle, and she's like, fucking fire ants. She goes to kick it off, but it's not fire ants. It is vines that have kind of wriggled up onto her ankle. Even as she's trying to pull them off, they kind of grip tighter and sprout thorns. And she finally is able to get them off and sees that the growth is kind of coming from under the bedroom door. And she follows it down to Casworth's study, and it's getting thicker and denser. And at the center of it, she sees this giant unbloomed flower. And she looks over to where Casworth's desk is, and he's just covered in leaves and vegetation. The whole study is covered in like this grotesque vegetation. It's described as very like I want to say like biological, fleshy, and they say there are these things that like are finger like that kind of pulse as if they're breathing. It's very gross.
Yeah.
But sitting in that chair is her husband, completely coated in growth. She goes to start pulling him out, and super dead, y'all. He's super dead.
He didn't make it, folks.
Physical
Sorry.
on.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. And as she's kind of coming to grips with it, the flower sort of blooms and outsteps Zyra. And Hatili is freaking out. And as Zyra is kind of approaching her and talking to her, they kind of describe it as like smells are kind of coming to her. And as she's smelling, she's starting to like see in her mind's eye these flowers that she's never seen before, but she knows the names of. And it's like Zyra influencing her and showing her visions almost through these, like, I don't know, pheromones maybe, whatever. And Hatili is being like inundated with these visions of like the world covered in Zyra's vegetation, and it almost kind of becoming, I don't know, I want to say hypnotized, more like enraptured by it, where she can't even like get out of what these visions are flashing through her mind, and doesn't even stop the plants as they start to eat her. And the killer, the last line is killer because it's like Zyra's talking to her, and it's like, Hatili did not respond, for she was with the flowers. It's what you should say when you kill someone.
Yeah.
And then you go Zyra. So. Yeah, that's the story.
It's good.
I
It's
liked
very horror, more horror based than I thought it was going to be. It did a little bit remind me of that Goosebumps episode that we watched.
What's the one with the
right before
the
Poppy
parents
was born.
in the basement?
Yeah,
Don't
like
go
the
into the
dad's
Oh,
basement.
don't go in the basement or whatever.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Except like spookier.
How dare you?
Yeah, this was good.
Bum.
I like this depiction of Zyra a lot. I can kind of get down with the idea of what she does a little bit more with this perspective, I guess. I do have a hard time envisioning that like supermodel from Victoria's Secret walking out of a flower. It's really very funny to me.
Although I've seen that Victoria's Secret commercial, I feel like at least once.
I'll also say sometimes a story will do really well in like reflecting the gameplay. Not so much with Zyra. None of this ever feels like how she kind of is in game, which is fine. It's definitely not like a complaint I have. It's just very cool when they're able to write a good story and make it feel like the champion in the game.
What about her pheromone attacks in game?
Yeah, this is more like old Ari or something, or Evelyn. She's very Evelyn in the stories, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, especially surely in her visual design, right? I would really love her to get an updated design, and I think if they really, again, harped harder on like body horror things. What's that thing where you don't like it when there's a bunch of holes and things?
Oh, tryptophobia, something like that.
Yeah. Do a lot of that on her. I want
people would not be happy, but yeah.
Oh man, but I'd love it, man. If her flesh was like honeycombed in certain parts and had rings, I would. You know,
I definitely want her to be much creepier in game. That would be really, really cool. As hot as she is, she's very hot. Lean into the horror of it.
Reldor just said more a succulent than a succubus. That's very good.
You're right, though. She is more succubus than succulent. Well, oh gosh, because succulent can mean
Ayo.
Too, you know.
What could it mean?
I like it though.
That's what you do to things.
At least with this one, there was no. I could be wrong. Like, there's not really no, they do like describe her as like having deadly beauty. I was gonna say they do describe some of her physically, but for the most part, I didn't remember it being very
yeah.
You know, like I think 2009 Journal of Justice would handle Zyra. You know what I mean?
She breasted boobily across the room.
Right.
Yes, shit like that. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
There's like one little mention of it, and I think for the most part, just talking about like the way her eyes look, and again, you know, the grossness of her more than. Oh wow, yeah, I know he's dead and all, but damn, son.
I feel like I would not be able to look at anything but those boobies if, like, she were to just pop out of a flower.
All those scents would be unnecessary.
I would be
like,
so
you don't
confused.
need to. You don't need to.
I'm good.
Hypnotized
I'm
already, lady.
But also, are you a mammal? Do you have milk? Do you produce?
Sure. What's
a Steinman situation?
That's always a massive pet peeve of mine when creatures that aren't mammals have boobs.
You're talking about sticky titties. I don't know, man.
Sticky titties, Mark. That's fucking wild.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I brought that evil into the world.
No, evil.
Anyway.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting at the very beginning of the story when the old man, or like the old florist, was like, oh, no, you don't want that. It's a rare, night-blooming zycad plucked from the southern jungles where sunlight never touches the forest floor. Like,
how is that not enticing?
Right?
That's the point, huh?
Oh, this super rare flower that's next to impossible to acquire on your own, this thing, you don't want it.
Okay, so I had that thought, and I don't know if this was intentional by the writer, but consider the idea that maybe he is working, like he's under some sort of ensnarement of Zyra.
I like that a lot, yeah. Or he's just making a sale. But yeah, I do like the idea.
Right? That's probably the more reasonable one. Because I had the thought of like, okay, I know Zyra pops up out here, but like, is this actually like just Zyra? Was she just this little like bulb? Like, are we supposed to understand? Because from the way the bio describes it, is she every bulb? Exactly, right? Could you have many Zyras popping around?
She's LeBlanc. She's the new LeBlanc. Oh my god.
I had a lot of thought of that too. Like her and LeBlanc. Oh my god. Could you imagine like the bar where all the Zyra clones and LeBlanc clones hang out? Like, oh my god. LeBlanc Prime's on my ass.
I can't
Burned down another academy.
It's like I simultaneously really want to walk into that bar and really don't want to walk into that bar. You know what I mean? It'd be the best night of my life, but it'd also be the last
The
night
shortest
of my
night of your life.
Would it be worth it? It's hard to say.
Oh man, the such crucial decisions that life casts before us. You know what I mean? But yeah. So I don't know. I thought that's why I was talking about the hive mind thing, because that's what when the idea struck me. I was like, surely this isn't the only Zyra. And
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't like the idea that there's multiple physical Zyras.
Zyras. I kind of did. I like the idea of a bunch of little avatars
Yeah?
of her in different
That's
places, but I don't know. I could be
Who
swayed that
knows?
she more does the she just travels through the
To plant
plants. I
somehow.
don't know.
Yeah.
She's kind of like Vladimir slurping through the pipes.
Just getting flushed down toilets and shit. Yeah.
Okay, this is completely unrelated to Zyra, but
Great.
did anyone... There's a paragraph that starts with the sentence, Casworth with bent over his antique desk. And
John!
did anyone else read that and just like,
No.
oh, okay. Because I read that line and I was like, excuse me? And it then goes on to say like, oh, he was taking notes in a journal or something like that. But having the first line of your paragraph be Casworth with bent over his antique
I think maybe you were
desks
doing a little something before you rereading this story.
I wasn't doing it before, but I was certainly doing it after with saucy writing like this.
Mm-hmm. Or like that Asworth, you know what I'm saying?
Ayo.
No, I did not have that thought at all.
Oh.
Maybe I read
me
really
neither.
fast. I don't know. Right? It'd be weird. Wants to see this sexy nerdy guy with his notes bent over the desk. You know what I mean?
I mean, now that we're talking about it more, it sounds great, but
Sure, right.
I was thinking a little bit when the vines were crawling up her leg in bed. See, that was was
like-
saucy to me.
That was...
You didn't like
But
it?
I think we're
I was
really,
gonna-
Like
we're
an
really,
Evil Dead vibe?
Right, Evil Dead there.
we're getting a nice reflection of the types of porn we must watch.
I like the part where they kiss romantically. I think that's a real gets you hot under the collar. You know what I mean?
When they're married and his wife comes home and it's consensual.
Yeah, and he says, "Good night, wife. I
Good
love
night,
you."
wife. Good night, husband.
That actually was really sweet. I really liked them. We see such a small window of these two people, but they're so supportive and kind and good to each other, and then they die.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, for me, for being pretty short, it's really effective.
Yeah.
I do want to say again, I really like this story. It was a lot of fun. I was very surprised that she even had a short story, let alone one that was
A good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of creepy.
Yeah. It's really
And she
it's
feels
really
like-
well written. Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe I also just dig on like gross plant body horror.
I do. I love body
I
horror.
kind of feel it.
Oh, I
nice.
got some book recs for you, Mark, if that's something you're
Oh.
into.
And some
Genuinely.
website
Yeah, I'm-
recs, but we
I'm
can't
down.
talk
No,
about 'em on
honey.
Twitch.
I was thinking books. Wilder Girls was the first that popped ahead. We
Oh yeah,
read
yeah,
that
yeah.
for book club. I,
like
don't
that
know
a
if
lot.
Mark looked at one. Read that one though. You did?
Yeah, we were.
I was gonna
we
say
talked
he
about-
was in the book club
No, I wasn't
discussion.
sure. I didn't remember if he was there for that. My God, this was like
Goddamn.
5 years ago, y'all, that
She
we
hates
talked
him.
about that book.
I liked it so much that I bought it for my sister.
Oh shit.
Ooh, yeah, I still love that cover. It's still facing out on my bookshelf. It's one of the only ones.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to draw on for like inspiration of what I'd like them to do with Zyra.
Yeah. Yep.
I like that.
I agree.
I loved this one line here. It was just the mother of understatement. The room was covered floor to ceiling with floral growth. A riot of obscene colors danced in her lantern's flicker. Exotic bulbs dangled from the walls, their finger-like leaves undulating as if drawing breath. Bits of ceramic and soil lay strewn about. The Zycid had outgrown its habitat.
Little bit.
Oh, we gotta get you a new pie. You just throwing some-
I also do love that there was a line here right before he went to, because he had to stay up late, and the reason being that the partners in his business had concerns about the shipping lanes. And I feel like every good story has to touch on shipping lanes at some point.
I think there was even a mention where she kind of like started to get glazed over as he was talking about it, and he's like, okay, just go to bed. You don't have to hear this.
it keeps you connected to the world. You know what I mean? That's what we all come here for.
Yeah, people
Them
need
shipping lanes.
shipping lanes, John.
That's I guess that's fair.
That's when Star Wars got good. Is when
Almighty
they started
dollar.
talking about The trades.
Trade negotiations.
Trade negotiations, yeah. It's the best way to use the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Well, that's all I had for the short story.
Yeah.
It's
a good one. It's shocking.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I didn't expect
Yeah,
more.
seriously.
Have a
I
good
want
one.
to say I was
Yes.
fully expecting no short story for Zyra.
I thought we were going to get a color story, but I thought it was going to just be very boring and expected, I guess. And it was predictable. Like, we kind of knew it was coming, but it was still graphic in a way I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I always like when they
It was
get a
just
little
well
horror.
written.
Like, yeah, it was well written. Yeah.
Now, as mentioned, she does also show up in Melio's Super Special Adventures by Elise Lemoy,
So surprisingly, yeah.
which I just have the whole. It's a short snippet here
Yeah.
from Melio's journal back to his family. In case you're unfamiliar with the story, it's just a bunch of journal entry or a bunch of letters that he's writing to his family back at home. First, did you know there's a lady made of plants in the jungle? I heard lots of whispers about her in the last village, but I thought it was just scary stories for babies or something. Boy, was I wrong. I actually saw her one night. She was covered in petals and vines and leaves and everything. But her little seed friends looked really sharp. Don't worry, Mama, Papa, I didn't go say hi, but I kinda wish I did.
Interesting. I wonder if Zyra would have killed him.
Yeah.
The expectation
absolutely
is
would've.
yes, right? Yeah. Interesting.
Although he does have flame that he just carries around with him at all
That's
times.
true. I feel like he would probably be able to get away.
Sure, it's
Yeah,
friendly flame, but
that's because he's a League of Legends champion.
That's
That's fair.
sure. That's the real reason.
we say that,
I
but
think this is
Zyra
just
didn't
like-
make it through her own cinematic, so...
You know what, man? This shit is not canon. Okay, let's get that fucking.
Well, plants don't block the REQ. I mean, come on. It goes through.
It's true.
Don't
Yeah,
hide
that shit's
behind
busted.
minions to block a skill shot that goes through minions.
Right? Dodge it, bitch.
Especially when it does
Right,
more
come
damage
on.
on the way back. Come on!
I straight up
just love
always
this 'cause
forget
it's-
she's in that cinematic. By
Yeah.
the way. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
I don't forget because she shows up and is like,
Oh shit,
I'm
those
sorry.
are jiggly. Yep.
right? What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know. This was just like very much Riot. Like, hey, by the way, we know Zyra's still around, still here, baby. Stick
But that
around, see what
was like
happens.
10 years ago.
Well, I think you meant
Oh,
the
no, the Melio
thing,
one.
right?
We're talking about New Dawn in my
That's
head.
what I mean, the
Yeah,
Melio
yeah,
one,
yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all. I don't have much for that Melio one.
Now, I'm going to touch a little bit on something that is obviously not canon, but
Sick.
also not part of any AU that I can specifically think of because it's Punches and Plants, baby.
The hell is that?
It's a comic
Oh,
where
it's the comic.
Zyra is Vi's partner in Piltover in the Enforcers.
Oh, okay.
It's that story where they've
We
got
talked
two.
about that with Vi, I remember.
Yeah,
Because
they-
Zyra doesn't have a skin for it.
She doesn't have a skin for it. No.
Weird.
It's just kind of like a just a fun little comic.
Yeah.
But they're on the case trying to figure out the secret identity of the big bad, who turns out to be Blitzcrank, who works on the Force with them, and he was being overtaken by some evil programming. It wasn't really him, guys. Don't worry.
Don't worry. Blitzcrank is good.
As disappointed as his father Victor is, he really wanted him
Daddy
to grow up
Victor.
to be a villain.
Yeah.
But we do see that Zyra is just. It said that she graduated top of her class, and that's why she was partnered with Vi. But she just seems awful at everything.
Aww.
She tries to make a disguise so that she can blend in. All she does is put a mustache on herself and call herself Zyro.
That's very good,
I like it.
honey. I would have fallen for it.
Yeah, they saw through it. Is
that what she would have called herself if she had popped out and
Didn't have titties?
like a dude?
There was just a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
dong hanging instead.
just
My name's
hanging
Zyra.
out.
With, like a little fig leaf?
So-
He's really like really adamant even it over there.
You just gave me flashbacks to watching like Dragon Ball Z when I was young, and just having this little plant on like baby Gohan as he was walking around, because in the actual Japanese, what he probably had his little dingaling out, but
Yeah, it's just who gives a fuck.
in America though you can't see that.
Mhm.
Would have corrupted my little brain.
Yeah,
Clearly, I came out uncorrupted.
totally.
Right?
Anyway, what did Zyro do?
She got figured out immediately and then picked up by the bad guys, and then Vi had to fight their way out. She was very surprised I saw through her disguise.
I mean, you said all she does is keep doing everything wrong. This sounds like one mistake.
Okay, also her very first outing, she decided she was going to do a pincer attack against Evelyn and Twitch, and they turned invisible, so instead she vined up Vi, who was chasing them from behind.
I mean, that's not...
Did they make like a vined pun?
You know they didn't.
Oh, they should have.
Not one.
Maybe she was trying to set up for the pun and Vi fucked up. It kind of sounds like Vi's fault.
This sounds like Vi's fault. Vi was in the way. How do you know people can go invisible? That's a big weakness of mine in League 2. When someone disappears, I can't figure out where they went. It's gone.
In fairness, it did happen right next to a vendor who had a big sign outside saying, "Don't forget your pink warts."
That's adorable. Stop it.
But yeah, those are cute comics. You should read them.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure I will in the future.
I read a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a funny little conceit. I would like to spend like a couple episodes going through those comics like in depth, because like not just those ones, but like the Olaf versus everything.
Maybe that can be a future episode. Is all the
Academy
comics
ones too. There's a lot of Academy ones.
There might be a 2-parter.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
3-parter. Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of the canon stuff. In terms of her old bio, so I feel like one of the things that I liked about it was as opposed to just being kind of a plant, it said like longing to take control of her fate, the ancient dying plant Zyra transferred her consciousness into a human body for a second chance at life. More specifically, though, she just straight up consumed a mage that had a lot of magic and then used her memories to be like, oh, this is what people look like, I guess.
I like that.
Vaguely. What people look like. This is what people look like if plants
grew on them, yeah.
And then she heads out to the big cities to ply her trade.
Shit. New York.
Little plant in the big city.
Concrete jungle where dreams... She didn't make it in New York, I bet.
No.
Pigeon shit on her and she was
Too
done.
much for the plant. Too much for the plant.
She did catch Hamilton, though, so that's all that matters.
Midnight Lane to
I'll let him cook.
Ixtal. I don't know. There's no.
Never
Throw it
mind.
out.
He dropped it. He dropped the pan. Anyway, that was the old lore. That's it.
I don't know if you had bits about it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's funny, I've been talking about this hive mind Zyra thing, but I would like her to then have her hive mind severed and be stuck in like a single vessel, as like the next plot beat for her.
I love that. Did you ever read the book Ancillary Justice by Anne Leckie?
Hell no, I haven't read shit.
That's a sci-fi novel where the protagonist is like this robot computer, basically, that used to run like a ton of, I don't know what you call it, like a humanoid, right? Like an android. They controlled a ton of them simultaneously, along with like a ship and everything else. And then at some point in the novel, all of that is severed, and they're left with one just like android that they're living in now. And it's like wild. It's really good. I highly recommend it.
Okay,
but that's that's the vibe,
interested.
right? Like that sounds really cool because it's just you're suddenly like so small, and then maybe able to relate to the people around you who are also very small.
Yeah, vulnerable. She's on the back foot, right? Like
Yeah.
now that we've seen her, kind of, you probably want to do a little bit more with her at her height, just to really establish it, and then. You know, maybe that deal with Kiana goes sour and some crazy shit happens. I don't know, right?
Kiana would
I
betray
do want
her.
to read that book.
I would see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, we're writing the Zyra.
Ah.
We're writing it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm liking this a lot, actually.
Welcome, Riot.
Okay. Well, she's got nothing going on. She's very old. Like I said, she needs VO. She could probably use a visual update. Like, damn, just, if you're gonna do it, let's go whole hog with it. Let's really give her something compelling.
Yeah. We did mention she was in the cinematic, A New Dawn, as well. She starts the cinematic off like it's gonna get a little sexy. She kind of like ties up Ari's legs and
saunters
and arms,
over,
and it's like, "Bleh." That's my sexy Zyra voice. Bleh.
Really? Well, make
It's
sure you
not
bring
just your
that
sexy
in the
voice.
bedroom. It is.
But then goes down like a chump. But one thing that was pretty crazy is when she shoots her vines at Ari when she's running away, and like a single one of her vines is like so fucking huge.
Ari just goes under them. Like,
Yeah.
they're so
They're
massive.
so massive.
Really impractical to catch, like, a small
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Got high grounded, low grounded on that shit for sure. Right?
She really did.
I know that E just hit you.
Went through Ari. That was bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool to see her in a cinematic. I find it a little disappointing, like how she's reflected in the cinematic a little bit. But, I mean, not that. It's all just very cool to see League Champs in cinematics. It's always
Is it
exciting.
just that she gets like, she doesn't do much and then gets killed?
She doesn't do much. Yeah. I think that's my thing. And yeah, the
Like if
root
you were into Jax,
to
you
me,
might feel
I
that way too, right?
didn't love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jax is like, he has a really cool little bit, you know. But yeah.
Goes down like a chump.
Yeah. That's all
Yeah,
right.
like
You know, someone's gotta. They're fighting each other, right? That's okay.
Yeah, but you kind of, I mean, I don't know. We all like to see them all use their little abilities, even if someone dies at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, we haven't got one of those in so long.
That's probably
Maybe a
I
little
like, I
bit
like the
with,
direction of their new cinematics better.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh no, I
right.
guess
mean,
yeah, the
maybe, like,
Pantheon one, right? That was, or what was it called? That one had some fighting champs. God, we
I
did
was
a
thinking of
reaction
that,
to it.
and
Yeah.
and Still Here was the
Yeah,
other
Still
one. I was
Here
thinking
had-
of.
had some
You're right.
too.
Yeah, we did kind of go back to that. It's fun.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just like their cinematics. They're always
They're
it's
so
always
good.
exciting. Yeah.
I'm so pumped for World Cinematic coming out.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Is World's coming up? No, not really. I mean, end of the
I
year,
mean, it's,
right?
it's closer than it is further.
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
That's true. Just need summer to end.
We have less
I'm
time to wait than we
clearly
have
ready
waited.
for Halloween.
Yeah,
That's true.
for sure.
Y'all want to hear about some AUs?
Yeah.
Well, we
First
just got
up-
gifted 5 subs though. real
Oh
quick, so yeah,
shit!
thank you.
Thank you so much for the gift subs.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's
I
see.
can't catch the name.
Ningtita.
Ningtita.
Hey.
To celebrate my first main champ. Was Zyra your first main champ?
Nice.
Oh really?
That's exciting. I really didn't play her until I got her in ARAM once, and then I started playing her in ARAM, and then I was like, this shit's fucking sick, and now I love her so much.
I'm remarkably bad with her. I feel like there's
I
some
have a lot of
champs that
trouble with her pursuits.
I can pick up and
Yeah?
play and be like, okay, this makes sense to me. Every time I've tried Zyra, like in an ARAM or something like that, it's been just a horror show. I'm so bad.
Did you ever play her? I guess both of y'all with her old passive, which they have in the art
Yeah, I did
showcase
actually.
on her.
Oh man, I didn't. For everyone who doesn't know, her old passive is she would turn into a big plant, and then you would get one little shot of like a spike that you
Yeah.
could spit at someone.
It was
When
like a
you died,
Kog'Maw
yeah.
death passive.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
Any of your abilities that you touched would trigger it after you died.
Yeah. It looked like it was really hard to aim. I didn't play her then, actually. Although back then I used to watch a lot of Hafu. And Hafu used to stream League of Legends a lot, and she was a Zyra mid main because that's when Zyra went mid. And yeah, I remember seeing that passive a lot there. It was such a bad passive, honestly. But I remember watching her, and I was such a baby League player at that point, and I was like, oh my god, I could never play this champion. Like, this looks so hard. I don't know how she's doing this.
And look at you now.
Look at me now. I badly play
Hey.
Zyra all the time. Fuck it.
And now I watch Hafu streams and be like, man, I could never be that good at
That's
TFT.
You got master or something like that.
Yeah,
with
master or
Hex.
some
Stop it.
shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Well,
Hit me with the
first
AU.
up,
That
We
is
got-
funny that you now you watch Hafu.
I know,
'cause she
right?
plays TFT.
we got Infernal.
Zyra, but on fire.
Zyra, but on fire.
Put it out. Put it out.
Ow!
Oh fuck!
That's actually all of her voice lines in that skin.
I'm a plant. Did
Oh
you
my
guys
God,
know
I
I'm a
would-
plant? I can't do this.
Why would you do this to me?
Oh my god! I would pay actual money. I know I still got some RP on my account, but I would buy RP just to buy for that skin.
Legitimately,
I would
if they
learn
made that.
Zyra.
I actually need to go through now. Now I'm going to be paying attention to the skins because she also has a dragon skin. So I'm curious how many of her skins are wildly improbable plant situations.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have different voice lines for this.
Scorching an entire world takes unimaginable strength, which is why the Ashen Lord called upon his legions of infernals to lend their flames. From the darkest depths, they each bring their own terrible powers to bear, though not all answer their call with the same burning enthusiasm.
I started yawning halfway through that laugh. Sorry.
That's fair. Wildfire Zyra. Once a forest nymph, Zyra was consumed by the infernal's burning touch. Now she seeks nothing more than to spread wildfire through the forests and valleys of her dying world.
Truly is Zyra, but on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Near literally. I was certain you were going to say, which has no lore.
Which has,
But here we are.
you know, she's got all lore, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good
I mean,
stuff.
she's got a theme song. It's not good.
Actually, it must be. I
don't-
feel like it must
No,
be new.
it's old as shit.
Is it?
very old.
I listened to it while I was reading the. I like how you're looking down. No, I just have the.
Is it
Sims
still?
open, honey.
Is it like a variation of the League theme?
No,
was gonna ask, is it
whoa!
the
I
singer's
honestly
call?
don't remember. It's like a little over a minute, and it like at no point
Must-
is interesting. I don't know. That sounds so mean. Maybe it is interesting, and I'm just awful.
No, I want
But I
I
kind
want
of
us to do
don't.
reactions to all the champion themes, by the way.
Oh, that'd
I
be
would-
great.
I
We
would
could do
love
Zyra
that
today.
shit.
Yeah, this is
I
a
don't
good
have a
sneak
theme
preview.
song. Damn.
You do have a theme song.
Do
I
I?
wrote you a theme song.
Aww. Cutie. But anyway,
I composed her a song early when we were dating, so
I definitely still remember it.
Alright.
I remember parts
Oh,
of it.
I don't have a theme song.
Shit.
Come
Damn.
on.
Write Mark a song. No,
What?
you're honky tonk LeBlanc LeBlanc. What are you talking about?
yeah.
Oh, you're right. Fuck me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But anyway, her theme song. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, I don't think I even want to
bad.
use it for the episode. I kind of just want to use our Dragon Trader Tristana that we've been using, because
Mm.
that's like our thing, you know, and it's our last champion
At this
episode.
point, yeah.
I feel like I'm just gonna use it. And then they have like a haunted version for the haunted Zyra skin, and it's just like a little spoopier. Like that's it. It started playing immediately after on Spotify, and I was like, "Is it just playing the same song?" No, it's the haunted version. Didn't even know it was
It's her
different.
theme song, but in minor.
You probably, who know music, would be able to hear more of a difference. But anyway, next skin.
Tales from the Rift. Trick or treat.
Ding dong.
You better hope you have the good stuff. You know, Piltover Pops, Strikebreaker Sours, Dark Star Chocolate Bars. 'Cause if you don't, the kids on this block have some tricks up their sleeves. And this is Haunted Zyra. The old cemetery is no place for stray trick-or-treaters. The twisted, dead undergrowth celebrates this season as well, but their roots run deep into the blighted earth, and their games too often prove deadly for the lost and afraid.
Do do do.
Very goosebumps. Whole episode.
We got Dragon World. Twice did dragon fire consume the world. Twice from the embers were heroes born.
And thrice.
Thrive! Dragon Sorceress Zyra. Survivors of recent monster attacks tell stories of serpents in the sky, and a powerful sorceress nesting deep in the mountains. If the rumors are true, it means the dragons have returned, and that this time, Zyra is breeding them.
Oh shit. Okay, mommy.
Now there's a short story here. Rise of the Dragons.
Oh, she has a short story for this?
It's kind of like one of those
Okay.
promotional website, like microsite lore blurbs.
Gotcha.
The first signs were small. A few sheep arrived, or a few sheep disappeared. The opposite.
It was a fucking cute crack, right? They come when they're going at all hours of the day.
She arrived. I mean, this weird.
It's Zyra, damn it.
John drops the flashlight that he's holding under his face. I mean, the sheep were disappearing.
Zyra bred some sheep. I mean, she ate some sheep.
A few sheep disappeared. A mountain hermit found dead. His shack burned to the ground. Then the survivors arrived, carrying what little they had left. They told stories of serpents in the sky and a powerful Sorceress nested deep in the mountains. The dragons rose again, and the dragon slayers returned once more to the field. They fought as bravely as before, but this time, the dragons never stopped coming.
Oh.
What? I don't get it. I don't get the joke.
As honestly, it was your delivery. 90% of it was your delivery. If you were just like, the dragons never stop coming, like, that would have been fine. But you're like, the dragons never stopped coming.
I remember it differently.
Also, hi, Desolate Souls. I'm sorry. This is the time that you pop in to say hello. It's not delivery. It's smut.
It's de porno.
Could that be our next T-shirt? Is that delivery? It's de porno.
That's pretty good.
Oh, we can't put that on something. Though we have "Welcome to Mudtown" on a shirt.
That's
So.
Hey, at least we don't have the butthole on the shirt.
You wanted it.
I was vetoed.
More's the pity.
Now, there's also I wanted to give you a little bit of lore about this whole thing. So
lore. Ew.
Okay.
So hundreds of years have passed since like the first Dragon War. There was a big Dragon War back in the day, and they fought him back. And most of the ancient dragon slayers are gone now, and only Pantheon remains of the ancient dragon slayers.
Oh my god.
Now, Dragon Sorcerer Zyra is the leader of the second wave of the dragons. And Jarvan IV gets so into this that he's like, I'm gonna give up my throne and fight with the new generation of dragon slayers. So he does that. And Dragon Slayer Xin Zhao is the one who actually strikes Zyra's lair in this AU and stops her and destroys all her eggs. Whereas Dragon Master Swain, who went there to fight her too, he got corrupted and enthralled by the dragons. So now he also does dragons. Not. Well,
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
Eclipse.
I mean, they never
Coven.
stop coming. So.
You right?
And if Swain were around me, anyway, Coven.
The witches lay in wait, a sisterhood of frightening pulchritude, their hopes whispered forth from desacralized lips. They speak of the bloating corpses of the old gods, of ancient rites carried out with magics long forgotten to mortal mind, of the return of what they call order, but others call suffering. Hark! Mankind's end fast approaches. Coven Zyra. They came to Zyra from the roots and rocks, stirrings of the night dove, its beating wings twisting the very land that is its grave. Tied now to the whispers beneath the loam, she rips away humanity's works of stone and glass, each broken vestige another step towards a world returned to nature.
It's a long fucking sentence.
And this has a prestige skin, but unfortunately, it's a continuation of the lore. It's not a.
Fuck.
We're not getting a. Not a walkway. What is it? Runway? We're not getting a runway. Zyra.
Walkway.
A game
We're
plan.
essentially getting a walkway, Zyra.
Walkway makes more sense. Someone's running down that fucking thing. That would be great. Yo, I would watch all the modeling.
Sprinting.
If they were just
Right?
the
That
sprint
should be an
way.
Olympic
Clothes are
event.
judged on how fast you can run in them. Yeah, I like it.
Prestige. The old gods stir and rise once more to greet their son, but she is slain, devoured by the daughters of the eclipse. On this lightless day they will rage, and quake, and howl, so all men shall know their first and final doom.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I watched that.
This AU goes kind of hard, man.
It does really go hard. John's drunk.
Okay, here we go.
I'm a little drunk too. I'll be honest with
I'm
you.
definitely drunk. I don't drink much these days, so I had a glass of wine and now a very large glass of champagne. For some reason, John poured me like such a big glass of champagne.
This fucking lady. Next up, we got Crystal Rose. Romance and joy are in the air at the yearly Crystal Rose Festival, where adversaries meet on peaceful, neutral ground to share a night of dancing, merriment, and making wishes for the future. Everyone is expected to leave their weapons at the door as a promise for a better tomorrow. This is Crystal Rose Zyra. Born from a cutting of the crystal rose, Zyra wields her piercing thorns against any who seek to harm it. For this year's festival, she has agreed to attend in a social capacity, accompanying Swain as the Crystal Rose Festival's dual hosts, but her respect for his vision will not distract her from springing into action at the slightest hint of danger. And then we got Crime City Nightmare.
Neat.
If corruption and illegality existed on a map, Valoran City would be its center. A breeding ground for all things depraved, there are no depths too deep from which evil can be found, and the horrors that lurk there are eager to spread their influence. Crime City Nightmare Zyra. Zyra was once a longtime associate of Graves and a skilled con artist, but grew dissatisfied with the monotony of a low-end criminal lifestyle. Seeing a way out, Zyra merged with the fourth-dimensional horrors from beyond! She now follows the edicts of an alien power, ripping veins of sentient sludge from the earth and rending her enemies asunder.
Holy shit.
So,
They hear us bitching about this AU, and they're like,
I know,
okay,
right?
You want to do some Eldritch shit?
Yeah, I'll show you some Eldritch shit. Fuck you guys.
Well, she was kind of bored one day, so she just decided to merge her fucking being with, just Elder Gods. Okay.
I get it. Yeah. Real quick.
No, I like it. Go whole hog.
Pop Audacity up down there. It freaks me out that I can't see it, and I'd like to be able to see that it's still recording.
Sure.
Oh, honey, did you just spill champagne all over your hand?
No. That's crazy.
As long as y'all are still recording, that's all. That's literally all I
find
care
out.
about.
We are.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Next up, crime. Nope, that's what we just did. Next up, concrete canvas.
This skin, I was so excited when this came out.
This is pretty fucking cool.
It's so good.
In Styxbridge City, demons, creatures, and humans live side by side. Every year, a street art festival is held, culminating in a friendly competition to see who can make the biggest and boldest graffiti. Tag Fest! And this is Street Demon Zyra. Zyra is a devil whose work speaks for itself. Famous enough to be known by a single-name moniker, she has captivated the people of Styxbridge with her elegant style and effortless grace. In Zyra's skilled hands, paint flowers across concrete and blooms. Let's see. Paint flowers across concrete and blooms in every alley. Okay, I see. Blooms is being used as a noun here. Sorry, I got confused. In Zyra's skilled hands, paint flowers across concrete and blooms in every alley, claiming each slice of the city as Zyra's own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now
that is cool.
It took me a second to really. All right, I get the sentence now.
Yeah.
It's awkwardly written. I'm gonna blame the sentence.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's cool skin too.
It is.
Next up, we got Moons of Ionia, Blood Moon. An ancient cult seeking irresistible power surfaces on nights of the Blood Moon to perform profane, esoteric rites, merging their flesh with demonic spirits and becoming one with an ever greater darkness. This is Blood Moon Zyra. While many Blood Moon priestesses follow the whispers of their demon, Zyra's demons howl with sadistic glee, and Zyra responds in kind. United in their thirst for corruption, Zyra and her demons seek out her fellow priestesses in order to unite them all as one. Only then can they spread their destruction to the world beyond Ionia's borders.
I kind of like it. I don't think I've ever seen this skin.
It's very new.
Oh, okay, that.
Yeah, it came out
There you go.
April this year.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't use it as much. I did buy it, though, because I have to have all of Zyra's skins.
Yeah, you gotta. And then finally, Storycraft. Long ago, the defeat of the great beast Galio gave rise to Lunar New Year traditions that are carried on through the retelling of that epic tale. Within the story itself lies a living world all its own. But when the world of the story is suddenly interrupted, the characters must work together to fix the mess and see their own myth through. This is Mythmaker Zyra. Zyra is a spirit of the paper, haunting the scenery of the great beast Galio and watching the story unfold again and again. When the lunar players fall into the paper myth world, Zyra's insatiable curiosity drives her to capture these newcomers, desperate to hold on to change and novelty in a world where the story always remains the same.
This is Wild Rift, right?
No.
No?
Mythmaker?
Mythmaker in general, I think, is wild. I don't know for sure.
No, I have the skin.
Oh,
I've
okay.
used it. Yeah, Mythmaker's not.
Oh, okay.
Now, I will say, Mythmaker Zyra was used in the Lunar Extravaganza event, which was Wild Rift exclusive.
I didn't realize it was part of Storycraft, Mythmaker Zyra. Yeah, interesting. I guess it makes sense now that I'm listening to it.
Yeah. Well, it's all very confusing, so don't feel bad about that.
Thanks, hon.
So, Lunar Extravaganza is an in-client visual novel that follows, it was a Wild Rift one, that follows Zeri as she learns about the importance of the lantern lighting ceremony. So apparently back in the day, nights were longer and demons were everywhere, until the dragon appeared, breathing blazing flames and lighting everything up. And that's how dawn came. So now the city waits for the sun to rise on the next day of the festival, and, you know, that's how the festival works. At least that's how the mortals remember it. So Thresh is here too. He brings a lantern with a big old demon sealed up. And it powers up when mortals have fun on the night of the Lunar Extravaganza. Zyra, who's also here, realizes something is up. So she's a vestige of the old Evernight demon. So basically, there was a demon that made nighttime, and then the dragon brought the dawn. Zyra's a part of the demon. Thresh is technically part of, like, the dawn bit, but he's bored.
Okay.
He's like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, I wanna be around for more than just one night. So, you know, since Zyra is a vestige of the demon, she's not opposed to Thresh releasing the demon, but she's a real stickler for duty. And Thresh's duty is not to release the demon. That's not what he's supposed to do. I saw you smile when I said duty. You gotta hold to yourself.
Twice.
You are a grunt. You have a child.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding?
I was finally get stickler because she's made of sticks and shit.
Ooh,
Nice.
That's a little bit better than my immaturity. Sorry.
No, I liked it.
Well, I'll leave and you can raise Poppy on your own. Clearly, I'm not meant to be a mother.
What a gambit.
You're gonna go find Zyra.
I'm gonna go find
Meant to
Zyra.
be.
I did push her out of my body, but
Zyra?
it's fine.
How did you
Zyra
survive?
left.
God, no. I wish. No.
Let's see. Where am I at here? Let's
Sorry,
see.
you're right.
Oh,
I should have said I'll leave.
it was right there. So Thresh is trying to free the demon so that the demon will bring darkness, because Thresh can only roam in the darkness. So he just wants to roam for a little bit longer. But he's
dork.
like, we won't fully release him, right? Like, we'll release him for like a few more days than normal, but then we'll put him back on in the old cage, and we'll be fine. Except turns out the old Evernight demon of old legend is stronger than this little fucking pissant Thresh, and he's like, I'm free now. Fuck off. So, you know, then Zeri has to fight him and accidentally wakes up the dragon, and the dragon placates him, and that's the cinematic.
Interesting. Kind of.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this, yeah.
But those are the AUs. I also have a few fun facts.
Yay! Lay 'em on me. By the way, how's that champagne mixed with the little bit of the peanut butter whiskey you had left in there?
I'm sure it's great.
It's pretty good.
Shocking. Okay.
Bubbly. Bubbly whiskey. Zyra is voiced by Karen Strassman,
Nice.
who also voices Cassiopeia, Fiora, and Shyvana.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And another little tidbit there, given Zyra's similar appearance to Kerrigan, as the Queen of Blades in StarCraft 2, it's worth mentioning that Zyra also has a taunt. This land is mine.
She says it just like that.
This land is mine.
This land is mine.
Hey, man.
It's my land.
Which resembles a Kerrigan line. This world is mine. Also, it's another kind of just fun fact about that is, let's see, do I have? Oh yeah, Karen Strassman also voices Isha, who is one of Kerrigan's minions in Heart of the Swarm.
Oh, nice.
All sorts of connections here.
They're really never
I'm
mind.
feeling that StarCraft.
I was gonna say they're really tied together, and then I realized that wasn't a plant pun.
I love it anyway.
You're married to me. I have to.
They really share roots.
There you go.
Yeah, those
Thanks,
roots,
hon. Fucking thief.
Let's see. Some original Zyra facts here. Zyra, the predatory plant who relishes her new form, looks down on Maokai, the guardian spirit who laments his form. And yet, they might be the only ones able to show each other the merits of their newfound bodies. Which was something in kind of like a Riot Q&A, but really sounds, I think, sexier than maybe they meant it to.
Sounds so sexy. And you know what? I'm not opposed to it. They could regrow this land. I kind of like the idea of Zyra in the Shadow Isles. Like, could her plants restore it? I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Not us.
Yeah.
Not Riot.
It was also mentioned that Zyra might show some interest in Ari, considering the commonality in their acquisition of a humanoid form. But otherwise, the fox is merely a many-tailed snack, which is what I've described her
She's
as.
like a many-tailed snack. I agree. Many-tailed snack.
Now, she re-explores the plant-growing theme of the canceled champion Gavid. And then he had some tree ant abilities too, which were re-explored with Maokai.
Interesting.
Okay.
Bradford certainly T. Wenban hinted at Zyra having 3 hidden passives, which were later revealed to be 1. Actually, do you have any guesses as to what any of the passives are before I read these
Ooh,
off?
okay.
I already saw
I
a
like
little
this.
bit,
I like
so
this.
I'll leave it. Let Mark do it.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, so my first thought is maybe something with Leona, because it's sun.
That is one of them.
Ooh.
Oh, hey. It's like Battleship. It's like, ooh, hit. Okay, shit. The second one I thought was like, there's gotta be someone with Maokai, right? That's my second guess.
Yes.
There is one. Yep.
E2, hit. Okay, awesome. Great. I'm gonna seek the cruiser here.
And I'll give you a hint on this one too. People have already touched upon it a little bit in chat.
He can't read chat.
I can't reach yet, but that's okay because it
looks
means
like
that
you're
other people
fucked.
are. What about like Nami's like W? Because that's water. That's my guess.
That's a great guess, but not it. No.
Fuck.
Maybe he can guess it based on the champions that it involves.
Okay, I'll give you the champions. It involves Karthus and Scion.
Yeah, something if she kills Karthus or Zion. What is that in reference to?
It's versus zombies.
Hey! She has 3 passives.
We got there.
If Zyra kills either Karthus or Scion, or if one of them kills her, the killer receives 2 extra gold for, the Plants vs. Zombies nod. The second passive, Maokai gets +1 movement speed if Zyra's on his team. And the third one, Sunlight makes Zyra grow in size for a short time if she has the Leona passive on her.
That's neat.
Yeah. Zyra's dance references the cha-cha-cha. Zyra is the 4th champion to have a dedicated recall/teleport animation. Ooh, she should get bigger if she builds Sunfire, you're right.
Or smaller, because she'd be on fire.
Ooh, maybe they counteract. That's why they choose the
Right, that's why she
size.
stays the same size.
Enemies hit by grasping roots are applied the rooted literally cosmetic debuff for the duration of the route.
That's great.
Deadly Spines tooltip, describing thorn spitters as shooting little friendliness pellets, is a reference to Undertale.
Oh.
And finally, Ryan Morello Scott stated she was inspired by Sedita from Dofus.
I don't know
And
what
I have
any of that is.
I made a little mental note to myself. Hey, look up what Sedita from Dofus is so I can talk a little bit about it. I didn't do that.
All right, Mark, do it real quick.
Nice, sexy.
If you have
So
to
okay, so imagine a plant
is.
lady. So imagine a plant lady from a French anime, but she's sexy. I guess I don't know.
I can't
barely
possibly
know what
imagine a
Dofus is.
sexy plant lady, Mark.
Dofish just sounds like doofus, but they did it bad.
It's a real Dofus move.
I think I'm
Dofus
kind
is
of right,
an
actually.
Online game.
Anyone in chat know what Sedita from Dofus is?
I don't know. I'm
Sedita.
seeing a lady with green hair in a bikini. So I feel like I'm like 80% there.
Is the green hair just like, she's not actually a plant lady, but she has green hair, so thus she is plant. Kind of like how the zombies
I'm seeing a
in
dude,
Zombie
though.
University
It
are.
could be either male or female.
Oh
Yeah.
god, these both look like characters from they look like the monks from Disgaea.
Oh, damn. It is very Disgaea like the... Anyway, I don't know what Dofus is, but that's okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, I like
that's
it.
Zyra.
That was Zyra.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Well, I did have a final thought. It's not related to her lore at all, but I really want a flower power Zyra skin in the vein of like Groovy Zillion.
Oh, that'd be
Ooh.
so good. She doesn't really have like a
Fun ones.
silly fun
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
I'd love one of those.
Yeah, I want her like Joplined out. I don't know.
Just a little hippie Zyra skin. And when we're in the AU, she could be kind of fun. She's just like high as fuck, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
Give us Plantus Joplin.
Yo. That was good. Shit.
So yeah. I think that's it.
I think that's it. Although we have a question. Just got here. Did you talk about the story with the Noxian scouts? And now I must know, what story is
I know-
this?
I know what you're talking about. I
Oh.
wondered if we would talk about this, but I remember it being very fuzzy. So I'm trying to remember who this was we read this for. I want to say Swain maybe. Where it was kind of an upstart like Noxian officer who was sent on a ship that was going to go try and do something. This is a really good
Nailing
summary,
it so
right?
far.
Down in Ixtal. And it was, do y'all remember this? They were going down in Ixtal. It's from this officer's perspective where they were kind of ruffling a lot of feathers, and they were kind of working with a trapper who was trying to capture like a specific rare beast, and they kind of realized that they had been sent there to die along with this trapper who was kind of like their wits end. And remember, they're like trying to push the crew to like keep going, and the ship eventually gets stuck, and they keep going into the jungle. When they come back, the whole ship is like just. The people had been kind of completely done over in vines and plant growth and things like that. And
Wow, I don't
they're
remember
like
that.
developing a rash and shit.
I'm gonna keep it a $1.50. Zero recollection.
None
of
of
this
this.
ever
Yeah.
happening.
Wow.
Really, I remember when we read it, we were like, "This might be Zyra." It's very like there's not anything that really connects. I recall to like the things we've read here.
Yeah.
But it's an Ixtal and it's plants and they're killing people. So it's
I mean,
like
it makes
we're
sense.
3 for 4.
Right.
I mean, she doesn't have a lot of lore. Let's give that to her. That's
Yeah.
Zyra, folks. She also killed the Noxian team
Good
in that
for
story.
her. What a bad bitch.
which I'm sure you can find on Universe, right?
What did we talk about this with? Who were we?
You said
I think
Swain?
it was
Oh,
Swain.
Swain, right? Okay.
That's the only champion I
Wow,
remember
that
being
wasn't
kind of
even
vaguely
that
connected.
long ago. I guess it was kind of that long ago.
I mean,
Anyway.
well, I don't know who it was in the chat that mentioned that, but if I'm wrong, tell me what story I'm thinking of. What story you're thinking of, or both.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds right. Killer plant that may or may not have been connected to Zyra.
Yeah.
Says Twitchy the Twitch sprite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that was Zyra. I'm gonna wrap up for Audacity so we can stop recording Audacity and then we can keep streaming. Does that
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
good?
We'll answer some of the questions in chat after we cut off the recording there. and-
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was Zyra. My final thought really is that I love her so much, but I hope they redo her lore again one day and they actually tie her to like Ixtal, where she is, you know?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Figure that out.
Yeah.
I really love the Kiana tie-in. That would be awesome, but I don't anticipate it. But who knows? Maybe one day. We have a Twitch. It's where we are right now. Twitch.tv/Loreheads.
Hey,
John streams on Saturdays. He does TFT and ARAMs with viewers. So everyone here in chat, if you ever want to play some ARAMs or TFT with John, and sometimes Mark and I will try to jump in for the ARAMs later, although not like super lately because there's been like a lot of people playing with him. So, but yeah, we'll.
All right, why is he so fucking popular?
Oh shit, King of Hearts with the 10 gift
Hearts.
subs. Thanks so much, buddy.
Thank you, Hart.
You are the best.
Hart,
Thank
by
you.
the way, has been here from the beginning.
I know.
He's one of our longest, and now a buddy as well. Anyway, Twitch. Yeah, I will try to get back to streaming, but I do have to test some things out and see if things are even working, because I haven't been able to stream in a while. We have a YouTube. We're going to be posting the VOD of this on YouTube. We also have some clips and whatnot. If you want to see our beautiful faces and Honky Tonk LeBlanc LeBlanc, which was written by John and sung by Mark, please check it out. It was beautiful. We have a Discord. You want to find some people to chat with, play League with, check out the Discord. And we have a Patreon. We, a couple weeks ago, posted us playing champions. We had 0 mastery, and Hart was involved in that. I'm so sorry, Hart. Sorry about that one. We'll also have one where we picked each other's mains. That was rough. I just know I played Tristana for that, and I blacked out for the entire fucking game because I don't know how to goddamn play Tristana. Anyway.
Actually, don't even think that one's posted yet.
No. That'll be up soon.
That'll be
probably.
up soon.
Yeah, thank you so much to all of our patrons.
But a very special thank you to our Medard tier patrons, both of whom are in chat with us right now. Mr. Dead and King of Hearts. If I had in my possession a Zyra plant that I knew was going to bloom and kill you, and you were like, I want that plant, I wouldn't give it to you.
Oh, wow.
I would not sell you the plant that would kill you. I would keep it, and you'd be mad at me. You wouldn't understand, but I would know that I was doing the right thing. So I would make that sacrifice for you.
Man, it's very Harry and the Hendersons of you. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I don't want you anymore.
Well, please be sure to join us next week because we will be back. I promise. We're not going to be talking about a champion, but we will be doing a retrospective, is what we have called it, where we will reflect on all of these episodes we've done. We have some questions to ask each other, I guess, that we're going to answer. Kind of talk about the future of the podcast and whatnot. And thank you all so much for being here through the A to Z. Should we change the opening? I don't even know.
Oh,
I can't fucking believe that we just did Zyra. This is wild.
Do you feel accomplished, or
I feel terrified.
I don't.
I don't feel accomplished either. What is it? I just feel weird and scared.
It's strange.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Heart said
It's
he
so
was gonna
scary,
eat the
but it's so
plant.
exciting.
Yeah, it is so scary and so exciting. It has been a great journey. I agree, Edgar. And we will have future champions, obviously. I don't anticipate League disappearing anytime soon. They will keep releasing champions.
And we do have, for the record,
we have so
we've
much
got
shit.
the retrospective next week, but we do have kind of the next at least 2 months of episodes already
Kind of planned out already.
scheduled out and planned.
Yeah.
So, you
Yeah.
know.
Anyway, bye. For the Audacity. We'll
For
say
the
on Twitch.
Audacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop the recording on Audacity.
And
we're gonna
stop.
hop on over to Twitch here.
There it is. Excuse me.
And here, let me actually go through the comments here. And
Oh, all of them, huh?
I feel like there have been some
boy.
questions. We got some. What
Sure,
are your
yeah.
thoughts on the ruination and the possibility of a part 2, if ever? Honestly,
I
I
don't
would
think
be
there's a
so
part two.
open to it because the ruination is just the epitome of potential.
Yeah.
They had so much setup. They had so much cool shit that they could do with it. And it started out so strong with the cinematics.
Yeah.
No, you mean like Rise of the Sentinels, right? When you're saying the ruination here.
Yeah, just
I
kind of the
assume so.
whole
Okay.
thing, I guess. Yeah.
I was talking about a sequel to the novel, The Ruination, which
That's what I was
definitely
kind of
be
wondering
down
about.
with as well. Yeah, I think Riot kind of learned a lot from that flop. At least I hope so. So
God, I hope so.
yeah, if they were to do a part 2 with Viego, I'd hope they would have learned a lot from their mistakes. But I also don't foresee that happening. I kind of hope they take it elsewhere. Yeah.
I think they're not gonna touch that shit with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, it's
For a while.
it's a bit of a pariah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In the
And they just have so many other regions to explore and ideas that they've set up that I'd rather them touch up on.
Likewise, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, plus it's like, why spend so much? It's like fixing a broken window when it's like we could just, I don't know what the alternative is, but it's like, fuck it, this window's broken. We're gonna do a different
We could
window.
just build a wall here and pretend there was never a window here.
Yeah, right.
Oh, good night, Ningtita. Thanks
you
so
for
much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I would be open to it. I do. It is kind of like, it's one of those things that's just like an ultimate regret. And I'm sure it's a huge regret of so many people that worked. And I do feel so bad because I think, like, if I had to guess, there was probably maybe, I would estimate, and I could be totally off base here, I would estimate there are maybe 3 or 4 people internally that may have been responsible for the majority of everything bad that happened with the event.
Yeah.
And there were hundreds of people that probably touched on the really good parts.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think they'll go back there. That well is spoiled, as it were. That holy well.
I mean, Viego kind of spoils everything. Let's be honest. Yeah.
That meat's rotten. Yeah.
Look how pale it is.
All right, let's see what else we got here.
Hart asks if you know how cute you are.
Right now, I do not know how cute I am.
You're
Hart.
very cute.
Very cute. Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna give you a
now
60.
Now 60. I do 60%. Okay.
Shit.
I'm getting some mixed
Harsh.
reviews here. That's all right. John is subjective, is what I've heard.
State of mind.
And thank you, Piranesi. We helped with your insomnia. I'm
Aw.
always happy to know that I help
People
people
to
fall
sleep.
asleep.
Yeah. I don't know
I've never
how.
had my voice be described as calming, but
Yeah. You know what? I fall asleep to It's Always Sunny most nights.
that's
so
fair.
That's
It's the least calming.
just need people screaming at
Right.
each other.
It's
you know?
constant yelling. Yeah.
Mhm, it's great.
Also, Mark, you apparently look like Mr. Piranesi's long lost brother. So
Aw.
Well, maybe I am.
damn. All right.
I was like, I don't know how to respond to that, but what a wild response to that. That's great.
Let's see. Jeff used the line going through the champions A to Z and from Z back to A. Honestly, we are going to be revisiting some of the A champions.
We're going to revisit a lot of those early champions for sure.
We didn't know what the fuck we were doing. I hadn't even heard
Honestly, no idea.
I hadn't even heard of Wikipedia what? So, I mean,
there's a lot
there's
that we
a lot
didn't
that we missed in those
hit.
first champions. So
Yeah.
we're going to go back and do revisits on some of those early ones. Don't worry.
Sure.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah. And plus, also, like, we have a much more developed context for everything.
Yeah.
Also,
especially like
Oh.
specifically Aatrox. I feel like Aatrox was the first champion. It's
Sure.
our most
Yeah,
listened to
it's a big fuck
episode.
up.
It's the biggest one that people listen to and then never listen to another episode. So like, and there's so much lore that we didn't understand at the time, and how he touches a lot of like other stories and shit. So like, I'm kind of excited to go back to Aatrox. Honestly, I feel like his lore in
He's got a
general
lot
is
of
still gonna
stuff,
suck,
too.
but we'll have more to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been in a lot. He's been added in a lot of places too. He's really big in Runeterra, for example, like Legends of Runeterra, that is, and he just got into a cinematic, man. Like,
I know.
I think Riot's riding the Aatrox train.
Yeah. And he was hinted at in, the season 2023 cinematic too.
Okay, we'll have to bring it there, man.
Hart mentioned that it's time to do the Valorant video, which I do think I want to do soon. And that'd be fun.
Oh, you're ready?
I mean, yeah, I've been ready.
I'll do it. I mean, you hate it every second.
I mean,
playing
yeah, I
Valorant,
hate
so-
Valorant, and then
It's like torture.
it is like torture, but I'll get a little high or be completely sober. We'll see. And then Hart will tell us what to do. And anytime I die, it's Hart's fault.
That's
He's
true.
training us.
That
That's
is
the
true.
whole point.
That's what he's signing up for.
Yeah.
The ringable neck.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I could see Viego being in the MMO for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Set your calendars for 2030. Yeah, hell yeah. Yo, I'd be psyched if that came out in 2030. Yeah, our kid's gonna be in fucking
Right.
school by the
you
time that
imagine?
comes out. I'm gonna
She's
have
gonna
so
be
much time to
playing the
play
MMO.
it. Yeah, she's gonna be playing it.
I do think that sometimes. I'm like, eventually, at some point, I think I'm gonna be going to school. I'm gonna play so many fucking ranked games, man.
Let's see. Godzilla's asking sexiest champion tier list when.
Oh, that's too much. I don't know if I would do that.
Very
Although
subjective.
I will say the tier list of champion themes. I'd be open to that. tier
That's
list.
fun. I really like
I want
that.
to do that.
Yeah.
I wanted to do one for just lore broadly.
Ooh, just broadly lore. That's
Like
a lot.
champion specific.
I don't know, like if you had to rank them, like how does Echo stack up against like Evelyn? I was like, well, Echo wins, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. That's fun.
Let's see. Would you ever publish your notes?
Oh, that's interesting.
You hear most of them. A
He
lot of
reads
them I read
straight up.
verbatim.
Yeah.
I make sure to write my, if I've got a good note here and like a good quote, I'll usually write down the thing pretty word for word.
Yeah.
It's just those sweet off the cuffs that pop up. You won't find those in the notes. You can't teach that.
All up here, right?
Mr. Dead asking if we've considered doing deep dives on different expansions, this card sets, and dungeons of Runeterra. I would definitely like to do Legends of Runeterra lore for sure.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about it except the little things that we talked about here. So I think that would be a lot of fun. I also think it would be fun to expand to other games, and starting with Riot games. So talking about like Valorant champions, stuff like that. I don't know anything about them. So doing like Valorant lore, I think would be really fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
They're called agents, okay?
Oh,
Fucking
shit.
whatever.
See?
Do you think Valorant players who go to League call them agents instead of champions?
Yes.
I love that. That's great. They
Because
should.
I know I call everyone, no matter
You
what
call
game
them champions
I'm playing, I call
all
champions.
the time. It's so funny when you're like talking about fucking
Like my
Pokemon
Smash
or
Brother
something. Yeah,
champions.
Smash Brothers. Oh, what champion I want.
God, I'm like my mother. And I
you
play
play
Smash.
Their
Mario.
Nintendos.
And I played a lot of Smash Brothers. See, in terms of the Ruined King being bad, at least it's the only one people bring up.
That's
It was
true.
bad, but the track record's good. They just fumbled it hard. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's fair. Like they have a good track record for success, and Ruination, parts of Ruination, were just particularly bad.
That's true. I would be curious, like what. Also, the scale of it though is part of the issue. Is that like I don't know. I guess you like the Bilgewater event's probably the closest thing, but even still.
Yeah, it was tough too because that was correct me if I'm wrong on the timing on this one, but wasn't that also like in the middle of the pandemic, or at least at the start of the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
So like we had
Yeah.
a ton of departments trying to coordinate a bunch of different things. Well, I mean, Riot in general was very they have an amazing campus, right? And because of that, they were pretty typically against work from home. So it's not like they were set up so that everyone could successfully work remotely before this. Like, it was actually probably a big adjustment for them trying to do that while also trying to get everything to work. So, like, I get why it happened. It sucks that it happened, but I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about Rise of the Sentinels, and we talk a lot about like, oh, this thing was supposed to come out, these champions were supposed to be out. Like, that's a massive part of it, of why it's been executed successfully.
Wait, Hart, you wanted me to do a base skin tier list? Why me?
You're the
Is
only
it
one
because
of us with taste.
I know nothing about
Right.
art, and I'd be like, this one makes me feel nothing. F tier.
Let's see, John. You've often referenced the fun fact that there are 8 sets of 2 sibling champs. Think you could name them all off the top of my head?
Ooh, okay, let's see. I think
All right,
Mark
so
and I
we've
can
got-
fill in whatever you can.
We have Garen and Lux.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Draven and Darius. You've got. I know that we always specifically say that Ornn, Volley, and Anivia don't count because they're a trio as opposed to a duo, but they are siblings.
Yeah.
We're gonna count it anyway.
Is
Fuck
that
it.
what we're talking about? Okay.
You have, I guess we're counting. Are we counting Talon, Katarina? It's adopted, but they count.
I think so. Yeah. Although there's an actual sibling there, hun.
Well, yeah, there's Cassiopeia there too, but
Fucking forgot.
no one forgets about Cassiopeia. It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. We've got Renekton, Nasus.
Mm-hmm.
We have, let's see.
Do you have one in your head right now, Mark, that you're just like screaming at?
I mean, we've got Vijinx, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And we have.
I do have one, I will say.
I know, I have one that I'm
He'll get it, he'll get it.
You're gonna get
Okay,
there.
hold on. I'll get there. We
Going for it.
have. I've got to go through the regions real quick in my head here.
Just start thinking A to Z, right? Okay. Emmy.
I can never when we're doing the Laldol and I'm like, oh, let me think A to Z.
Oh my
I
god,
can't
I
fucking
can't
do it.
No.
We've done this. I cannot think A to Z of the champions. It's just beyond me.
Yeah, regions is actually better.
Although that does kind of fuck you when you're trying to do something like Katarina and Cassiopeia. Siblings.
Even remembering what champions exist is sometimes
It's hard.
Is tough sometimes for sure. Let's see.
or
I
it's
can only
theoretically.
think of one more.
Yeah, likewise. I will say I've only got one more.
I wonder if we're thinking of the same one.
I bet you we are. Mind meld. I'm certain we are because I can't think of any others.
There's what is it? There's 3 more. I got 5 so far.
No, you've gotten 6.
Yes,
I got 6. Okay, there's 2 more.
Do you want a hint or anything?
No, I feel like I'm
Okay.
right on the tip, right? Like
Sure.
Like I
Eat
feel
the tip. Got this.
This is her.
Oh god. Okay.
And now I'm racking my brain trying to think of that last one. I feel like I would have not gotten a couple of these. To be frank with you. And I feel like such a phony. I know I've talked about all these champions at one point. I spent at least like 40 minutes talking about all these individual champions.
Siblings. We're not counting. We're doing just siblings. We're not counting just distant relations. So I'm not
Yes,
counting the
fine.
cousin relationships from the Shadow Isles.
That's fair.
No.
I don't think there are any sibling Vestaya, right?
This is fun content.
Right? Just
Well, we're
us
not
sitting here going,
recording anymore.
I
This is just
don't
people on the
know."
stream. You asked for this. One person.
Okay, I got.
and the rest
Do you
of
want?
have
Do you
to
want
deal with
one?
it. All right, give me a hint. I'll take a hint.
Okay, can I give you a? I can give you a region, but I feel like it's gonna be like,
Pretty obvious.
yeah. Let me think. I think if I can think of something.
They're
that's like a
2
little
of the
more...
oldest champions.
Oh, Kael
Oh,
Morgana.
sure, yeah.
Kael Morgana. Yeah.
Well, that's the one I had in my brain,
That's
and
the
I'm
one I
out.
had in my brain. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
shit.
I
know.
don't know who number 8 is.
You want to scroll down chat and see what people are yelling at us?
I know, right?
Right.
All right.
Okay, good.
I'll scroll down to the very bottom. Let's see. All right, no one has provided the new ones, so there is one more. If anyone in chat does know who the last one is and want to throw a region in for me or a hint.
7. We ended on 7.
Oh wait, Yasuo Yone. Fuck,
Oh my god.
Hey.
Holy shit.
You did the
dude.
very fucking recent.
we got it. We
That's-
got it.
How do we forget? Why was the hint? I love that. You got it. Oh, my god. I didn't even think about them.
All right.
Holy crap.
I think you can just
forgot
take
about
away like
Yasuo.
whatever credit you may have earned as knowing anything related to League of
You
Legends.
know what? On the spot, I think we
You
did
did great.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Let's
Well,
see. Also, because we didn't see this before, thank you so much for the sub, Captain Nitsos.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I had to read it twice because I'm so used to like ordering miso ramen. I was like, is that Captain Miso? No, there's a T in there.
Yeah, I'd love some miso ramen.
Right, fucking
now.
miso.
Oh, it's too hot for ramen. Maybe.
It'll make it better. Get spicy. It'll make it better.
Let's see. Arctic Fox. I'm sad I wasn't able to get the Patreon before the last champ, but now that you've gone through the champs, who's been your favorite lore-wise?
I know Echo comes to mind for Mark because we talk about Echo a lot. He's got great lore. I assume that would be a top one for you, Mark.
Yeah, Echo is probably my favorite.
Favorite lore-wise?
In general, I really like Zaun and a lot of Zaunites. Renata pops up. For me, I like her. I found Singe surprisingly
Singe was
good.
surprisingly
Ooh,
good.
yeah.
Stuff like that, right? Yeah.
Graves
Singe-
TF
yeah,
I liked a lot. I liked pretty much every story that the two of them were in together was great.
Which one?
Sure.
Graves
Graves
TF.
TF.
Yeah, they
Because
have
They
really
have like
good shit.
three stories together, and all three of them are great. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, those are really good picks.
I think those are favorites for sure.
and Jin.
Oh my god, Draven Darius. Yeah. Did we mention Draven Darius?
Yeah,
we
Draven
did
Darius. That was one of my
right?
first
In a
ones.
minute, yeah.
Let's see.
I think that was.
Okay. Right on the tip of the sword. I was one sword length away from the correct answer. Let's see. Scrolling down.
Scrolling.
You thought Mastery 7 would give it away. I didn't see the Mastery 7. Oh, I see. I didn't see that clue there, Heart. Let's see. I like to use try this game out sometimes after Luldle. I'll guess the champ game. You liked Riven to get away from Zon. Pike because you play Pike. Kindred. Oh yeah, Kindred.
Kindred,
Kindred
yeah.
was good, yeah.
That's true. And
I
now
did
she's
really
got that
like-
sweet ass cinematic too, or they have that sweet ass cinematic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and Sisterhood of War is
Oh, and
is very,
Jin.
very good.
Yeah.
And we did have a
course.
boss ass guest in Kindred.
Ooh, a new champ from any region. Who would we pick?
New champ from
Ooh.
any region. Let's see which
My-
region is. You know what I
My
want?
pick is. Oh, go ahead.
Shurima. I want to learn more about Azir and Xerath, so I'd like them to bring another Shurima champion. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want another
Okay.
Shurima champion.
Okay, I thought maybe you're.
What do you
feeling
want,
it. I don't know. Oh, I want Demacia. Not gonna lie, I'm not super into Demacia, but it's been for fucking ever since we've had a Demacian champion.
I want a
think
Demacian
Silas
champion
was the last one.
who has come up in the aftermath of the Mage Rebellion.
Yeah, something to propel it forward. I saw someone describe Demacia as a narrative black hole, and I thought that was so apt.
That is good. I
I really
like
want
that.
someone to push it forward.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that Prime sub, Sarah.
T-Hag Sarah, who's that? Giving
Hey,
us their
get-
prime. A post-Ruination Shadow Isles, I
Banner.
love that. I agree completely. Because, like, Vex is kind of there, but not really. Yeah, I would definitely like, that would be great.
I would like
Ooh,
another.
we might be getting another Demacian soon, Noka's saying. That would be
Oh,
great.
I want another Stali champ. I want to
Oh,
see what
sure,
the fuck's
yeah.
going on there.
Yeah. I don't even know what region I want. That's a tough one.
What region do you not want?
I
I don't know if there's any in particular. Ionians I don't usually click with, although I do like Ionia as a region. Honestly, like another Targonian might be nice. Another Lunaria or Solari would be interesting, I think.
I
We
could
haven't had
also
one
be
in a while.
cool with another unaffiliated Vastaya. Or like even an affiliated
The
Vastaya in a
Vastayans are
region that we
fun.
haven't covered yet. Like
Yeah. Like we just got a Vasayan from the Freljord. I'd like a Vasayan from like
Ooh.
Bilgewater or something. right?
Yeah, Bill. Yes.
Yeah.
Squid Man. That's what I'm all
A
about.
Squid Man.
Lobster Man. Oh my god, you can go nuts with it.
What do we think
Been
about a
forever
new
since we had a
region?
Bilgewater champ.
I'd love a new region, honestly.
Sure.
There's probably areas they could expand for sure.
Would you
Okay.
want to do it kind of like what they're doing with like Camivore and where like Neela's from? Like push it, expand the borders of the whole map a bit.
I think so.
I guess you'd have to.
And I don't think I need them to explain like, oh, this land that is hidden away from everybody. It's just a place that exists. It's okay. We understand it's not been mentioned previously because you guys didn't make it yet, and that's fine. Yeah.
I mean, with like Smolder, they're developing a lot more of what's going on in like Camivore and stuff. So it seems to make sense that we kind of keep working there. I mean,
see, Vestaya from Zon, all messed up from the chemicals.
That would be really fun. Again, Zon is just so fun to play with. Like, there's just so much you could do there.
See, for Star Guardian, I don't know if there is one, but a fully male / mostly male team. Who would you put on the team?
Are we gonna build our K-pop group like we totally predicted?
Right.
Fucking Heartsteel.
Right? They fucking stole our idea.
Right.
So
let's get away from Ezreal because he's already kind of in the mix.
He's
right?
already there. There's already a few male Star
spoken
Guardians.
For. But who isn't on the team yet and obviously deserves to be is Draven.
Draven is good. I was thinking Akshan.
Ooh, Akshan
was
good. Akshan, we need 5, right? So let's go Akshan, Draven.
All right, you pick one, Mark, because we just picked one each.
Who's someone you wouldn't expect? I'm trying to think like someone who's like, because like my mind goes to Set, but I feel like I want to pull away from just doing Heartsteel again, right?
Okay, like Mundo or something, right? Like that's.
Oh shit, Akshan is in Star
like
Guardian already.
Oh, he is. Okay,
He was part of the original Star Guardian team. I forgot.
Ooh, Kled Heart. I love that. Kled is fucking fantastic.
Ooh,
Kled could be fun.
All right, so we're gonna say Kled and Draven.
And this Star Guardian team is already fucked up. You got 2 guys and the most fucked up picks you could have gone with. Damn, I don't know, man. I gotta think about this for a second. Who's just a guy in
Jarvan.
Jarvan.
That's so boring.
He's just a fella.
What's his name? Gragas.
Gragas.
I had a thought.
Okay, no, he's not
what do I want?
He's not feeling Gragas.
What do I want from like a? I think what I want from like a Star Guardian, in general. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What do you want from a Star Guardian?
Ooh, Hui. This one, yeah.
Hui's a good pick. Hui's an excellent pick, actually.
Hui just lends himself, you know.
He's so fucking sad, dude. Oh, Jace is just a dude. You're right. Victor.
Yeah, Jace is a good pick.
Make him like a nice guy, not an evil one.
Honestly, Academy Victor already has like Star Guardian type vibes, so I could see that shit. And there isn't a Star Guardian Yasuo.
Oh, Yasuo Yone could be nice and angsty.
Ooh, I could see Varus too, filling that Star Guardian thing, because there's like kind of a lot there with, potentially having two, because all the Star Guardians have a familiar. It'd be cool if his two familiar, he had 2 familiars for.
I like it. I think Varus is a really good pick.
Yasuo does not need another damn skin. I agree, Godzilla. I like Star Guardian Mundo a lot. It's hard to put Mundo in AUs, I think, though. I don't know.
He's like that for sure.
God, I'm just imagining his Star Guardian transformation.
Diana Leona as a foil
good.
to Zyra Khan. That's really fun. Diana Leona would be great. Scion. I did already think Scion. I was like, keep it in your pants, girl.
Let's see. God, I'm Nami a lifeguard.
Nami as a lifeguard is so cute.
That would be cute. Nami lifeguard, Karma's the yogi. I would play that shit.
I'm not usually huge on the Star Guardian champs, but they're cool. Oh, Bard. Bard is really cute. Nunu! Oh, Nunu as the youngest Star Guardian.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Actually.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
He's got this massive ass familiar.
Huge familiar. Yeah.
That's really good. I really like that, actually.
Yeah, we're not beating that answer. Nunu Willump is fantastic.
All right, so our Star Guardian team of 5 is going to be Nunu.
Draven.
Do we do like
Kled.
Varus?
Varus.
I love Kled.
So we have 4.
And then
Like
we've
Hui?
had a lot of
Hui?
ideas. Oh yeah, Hui for the 5th one. Who would be the leader?
Of those 5?
Varys.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Cled's too silly because I mean he would be like you would let him think that he was the leader.
Someone just said that in chat, by the way. Clid thinks he is the leader. That's okay.
I don't know. That's a hard one to think about.
Well, to ask chat questions, are there any future episodes y'all would like to see? Because we are talking a lot about,
Yeah, it's all it's a little more open, a
what
little more
we're
free.
gonna talk about. Yeah.
Also, we do have one more question.
Oh, we do. Yeah. What do you got?
New band group, genres country. Who's in it?
Oh, a country group.
Oh boy.
And I'm gonna
leave us some art.
somebody did mention it.
High Noon.
I was gonna say anyone who was part of the country TFT set doesn't count.
Oh, I don't know who's part of
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
my
know. Yeah,
instinct is Cled, right? Twisted Fate.
Yeah, I can Cled, TF.
I was gonna say Graves, but I don't think so. I think Cled and TF are my top 2. Country
I
singers.
think. What kind of? Yeah, we need
I
like
like
someone who's
Misfortune.
got like really big hair.
Riven.
Ooh,
Fortune.
really big hair, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking like a. I guess it's like what kind of country are we talking about? We're talking about like a. Yeah, that like the little Tammy Wynette type situation. You know what I mean? Interesting. I'm almost like in Cassiopeia, the rattlesnake Cassiopeia.
Ooh,
But
I
instead of,
love
like, the headdress,
that.
it's hair. She's done up like a
Vander as Warwick. I think Riven could work too. She's got like that emotion,
Mm-hmm.
Someone that you could give a fiddle to for their weapon.
So fiddlesticks.
Oh, there you go. Right. Come on now.
Be good with a fiddle.
A deep dives in AUs, Eric Fox. We're definitely going to do that. We are going to go through every
Yes.
AU. I think we
In
are
fact,
going to
our
start.
very first episode after the retrospective was going to be High Noon, right?
I think so. I think we might have another
Yeah.
idea between them. But yeah, a High Noon is going to be our first AU dive. Ooh, Renata for the country singer. I love that.
Oh, I like that a lot actually.
Mm-hmm. That's perfect. Yeah, I'm excited to get into the High Noon AU because it's
Likewise.
the
yeah.
most badass one. That's probably what we picked at first. Plus, I'm
Yeah.
sick of us talking about Star Guardians. Holy shit. I know we have to do it one day, but goddamn.
I know, right? I've had to read that shit like 20
Tryndamere.
times now, so
A love song
I
about
can't
Ash.
wait to share that pain for y'all.
Yeah, great. Nice.
Do death metal groups just to see what they can make.
Now we've got such a good death metal group already.
We do have a good death metal group. They pulled some talent on that one too. So, have you heard them perform that music live?
Mm-mm.
This singer is so fucking good. It's, you know how
You mean Karthus?
you know how sometimes you hear like even when they do the world's performances, when the world's performers come on and they perform live, like it's fine, but like they're doing the best they can live, but man, you hear the fucking Pentakill singer, he sounds exactly the fucking same live. He is
Wild.
insane.
That's awesome.
And given the shit that he sings too, like the range that he has, like shit is wild.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, I'm,
Oh, go ahead.
What?
I
I was gonna say shout out to
Oh, no, go ahead. God, this is...
Master Plan. Master Plan. Shout out to the band that he frontman for a while.
Yeah, anyway, the Bilgewater champs to drop some sea shanties. They should have really rode that high, because there was a sea shanty era for
That
a
was
little
surprising that they didn't jump on that. There should have been at least one, right?
Mm-hmm.
bit. Do an interview with authors of the bios or short stories, or of the VAs of the champs. I don't know if we have that kind of pull, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean,
You can maybe get Leslie.
I was gonna say
but
the thing
we do know her.
is, we would need to find both authors that we know personally and authors that
we haven't
shit on their.
I feel like we've tried to be careful about like it's not you personally. We understand that someone higher up is probably telling you to do something. But yeah, I'm with you there. Ever consider reaching out and doing an episode with Necrit? Again, I don't know if we have that poll, but we could try.
Jornland, yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, I would love to do an episode with Necrit.
I would feel very intimidated. But, Necrit clearly knows. I feel like I know lore very well now, and he knows like 100 times more lore than I do somehow. Still.
He retains lore well.
That's it.
I feel like at this point,
fucked it up.
We may have very well read more lore, or at least the same amount of lore as Necrit, but we forget shit immediately.
It's gone. It's like when you cram for a test, and then it's just gone the next day. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Necrit, if you're out there and you want to do a collab.
Necrit is the Charlie Day of the League lore. I love that for him. I hope so. Tell him Heart sent you. He'll set it up.
Is Heart giving like Valorant lessons?
Get a hold of some like narrative writers.
He's got the in. I feel like he posts things that are just wrong a lot. It happens a lot. I think Necrit's kind of in this situation. So Necrit, this is his job, right? Like he kind of makes a career off YouTube. And you really have to you have to ride the algorithm on YouTube or you get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't our job. We just kind of do this for fun. If this was our sole point of income, first we'd be fucked. But second, like,
let's make that clear.
Yeah, let's make that clear right now. But second of all, yeah, if this was our sole point of income, we would also be saying shit that's incorrect because we would need people to be watching our videos way more than they are. You just need to put videos
out constantly. Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it'd be an entirely different situation.
Yeah, so
I mean, I don't know.
I have no doubt that he knows his shit in and out, and he's often in situations where he's like, I got to do this thing because, you know, bills is due.
Does Ross Boomsticks do any, or Ross Boomsocks do any, God, Boomsticks, I said. Does he do lore stuff?
It's Boomstock.
I don't know. I mean, we're big
we
Ross,
do watch,
we're big Ross Boomsocks fans here. So.
John got into his videos when Poppy was a newborn, and you watch so much fucking TV when you have a newborn, and I would get up at like 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning to take over for his shift, and it'd just be Ross Boomsocks. So I'll always have this like special place in my heart for Ross Boomsocks. Just watching his videos, fucking half asleep at 4:30 in the morning, not even really seeing what he's doing, but just being like, oh, this comfort of League of Legends when my life has just been turned completely around.
It's almost like I'm playing it.
Right. It's almost like I'm myself again for a second.
Jesus. God damn.
Let's see. KDA spinoff with Gragas, Tarek, Brahmin, Graves. Oh my god. It's the hottest group. There's a lot of muscle in that group. There's a lot of meat there, you know?
Mm-hmm. Where's the beef? Oh, you found it, my friend.
Wow, what an old poll.
Timely.
How can I apply to be on a guest champs revisit episode? We're not going to be doing guests anymore. I don't think so. I'm very sorry that time has passed. On the that was a Patreon thing back in the day.
Yeah, we
it's very hard to have.
I will say it's remarkably hard. We were not expecting that. We've loved all the guests we've had.
Yeah,
we've had several.
So
there
grateful.
are several people in chat here.
That heart guy.
The heart guy. I think he might have been our first guest, or very close up there. I think.
Yeah, we've loved having you all. It is incredibly hard trying to
edit
get
the
audio balances right and everything. Like, one of the things that we were not expecting, because we've had guests too that also do their own like podcasts and things like that, was like just how bad the audio is sometimes by the time it makes its way to us.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, I don't have to edit it, but it sounds remarkably hard.
It is.
But yeah, it's tough. I mean, I was even just because I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, in case you weren't here, we found out today that you could leave comments on Spotify, which we had no fucking clue. So I went back and I read a bunch of the comments, and there was a handful that were just like, man, you guys should really check the audio when you have guests. And like, I can't even tell, like, we do. You know, like we test the audio and everything sounds fine, and there's always at some point in the fucking episode where things just go awry and their audio just gets fucky for no reason. It's wild. Can't explain it.
This is tricky.
We don't capture the audio output from Discord. We have everyone recording separately on Audacity, because then if someone we even saw on this stream, like sometimes Mark will disconnect, sometimes guests will disconnect, and then if we're capturing the audio from Discord, everything gets all fucked up. Whereas if we have things, everyone's recording from their own side in Audacity.
Just mute someone.
Yeah. Also, Discord will often make its own decisions about sound gating.
Yeah. there are times here in the episode where Mark will do an impression or something and be like, well, we didn't hear that, but I'll hear it later when I edit the episode.
Yeah, we hear
it's literally happening right now while y'all are explaining.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Discord's just deciding Mark doesn't need to hear this right now. Yeah, the Lulu one was tough because Faye's voice was really quiet, and she has like a massively epic setup, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't have the skills to work with what she gave me, so that was on my end for sure.
Also, we didn't warn Faye ahead of time
about anything. Yeah, she didn't even know she was supposed to be.
She didn't realize she was supposed to be recording. I forgot. I feel like I was pretty good about warning all of our Patreon guests ahead of time, like, oh, we're going to be recording in Discord and all this. For some fucking reason, I just forgot to warn Faye. So we started recording the episode, and after a few seconds, I was like, shit, by the way, are you recording this on your side? She was like, no, I'm not. I was like, let's start over again. And then she had to, like, move to a different room, too.
Yeah.
It was, it's tough. It's tougher than it sounds. You want to do Pike's story? He's been in so many, but nothing about him. I think Pike could there's could be some cool stuff,
Bilgewater's got a lot of creepy shit going on. It's great.
Yeah.
And
I like kind of what we got from him in Ruined King. Like, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And then like kind of what goes on a bit in his like Legends of Runeterra stuff is neat. Harping on the creepy shit, always good. Playing Bilgewater.
Let's see, which episode was it that you forgot to record the first time? So this was 2 episodes.
We did record, but
we recorded it, but we recorded it with our webcam microphone instead of this microphone,
that was
and the
Hecarim,
audio was fucking awful.
Hecarim and Heimerdinger. I remember because then for Heimerdinger, we're like, let's just bring Sarah in for this one too.
Yeah, that's why Sarah's in the Heimerdinger episode. Yeah. We're like, well, we can't just re-record Heimerdinger now. Like, we need to, zazz it up a bit.
Yeah.
Bring some fresh blood into this.
I the feeling I had when we redid the Hecarim one was like, oh man, it's kind of hard because it's like you're saying the same things, and even some of the jokes. It's like, I remember this was a good joke. I should say it, but
yeah, the Hecarim one was much harder than the Heimer one,
rough,
for sure.
Yeah.
That one was tough.
All right, Mark, if you could have a drink with one champion, who would it be? Gragas seems too obvious, right?
It seems too obvious. Right?
Also, he gets belligerent when he gets
That's true.
Yeah. I feel like I was kind of feeling like
Emilio.
Who would be like a lot of fun?
John, he's a child. Fuck.
Annie. Who's someone who would let their hair down? Y'all can help me
Braum
answer this.
is recommended. Braum would be really cozy and good.
He would also pay for it, so I'm kind of liking
I feel like I've got a feeling Camille would, after a few drinks, Camille would
get Camille fucked up. I think that way about Caitlyn. Maybe the opposite. She's like a really prim and proper, but you get
lightweight.
Definitely a lightweight. She probably doesn't drink very much. Although on that end, Vi would probably be very fun. I think she'd be a fun drunk.
Yeah.
Miss Fortune popped into my head. I feel like Miss Fortune would be kind of fun.
I feel like you could not get Miss Fortune drunk.
I was gonna say, I feel like Miss Fortune would both drink you under the table while also pretending to drink, because that's just kind of what she's used to. Like,
yeah. I don't know, I'm kind of liking some of the ones we thrown out here.
Yeah.
Brom's also almost too obvious. Feels an interesting pick.
Maybe Hui would like get really happy. you know?
Oh no, he's a
could
sad
change
ass
him.
drunk.
Right?
kinda
Really, he's a sad
I'm a
drunk,
sad
Riot.
drunk sometimes too, so maybe we would just cry together, and sometimes that feels good.
But
you
he
know?
would do poetry to you, hon. You wouldn't want
I
that.
fucking hate that. You're right. Nah, he would do poetry about like something else, and I could just pretend it's good. Or maybe enough drinks in me, I think it would be good.
Suddenly you'd like poetry.
I like some poems. I could name some. Anyway, I want a story of some yordles running into Kled. I agree, Godzilla. I really want Kled to interact with other
Exactly.
yordles.
Bandle-tail 2. That's what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, Graves and Victor would be good to get drink with.
I feel like Camille's an
Victor would
angry
let us
drunk.
hear
I feel
it,
like
but-
Camille reminds... She seems like she would be kind of like a... I don't know, like a really...
I don't think she could get
worn-out-
drunk. Is she more machine than woman at this point?
Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, maybe that's kind of like, you know, like Vision from WandaVision, how he eats the chewing gum and, like, that kind of makes him drunk. I wonder if there's something that...
It's
I
just
wonder if
like a
there's something
special,
that Camille
like a
could
high
drink that would
quality
get, like, a
oil.
robot yeah.
Diesel.
Right?
Oh, man.
Diego
Diego
definitely
cries after one
drink.
drink. Yeah.
Let's crank.
Blitz. If he could get drunk, that
Blitz
would
is
be
my
fun.
pick. Yeah.
Oh, who's your favorite champ theme? I've got a few off the top of my head. Gangplank is up there. I love Gangplank's theme. I love
Fiddlesticks.
Jin's theme. I love Fiddlesticks' theme.
Jin's a good theme.
Damn,
Jin's a
Fiddles
really
is
good one.
real good.
Fiddles
Jin's
is
real
so
good.
good. These are ones that I have like on playlists that I listen to.
Yeah, both them.
Um,
All three of those actually I had on a playlist. Yeah.
I like Camille's a lot.
Camille has a very good one too.
Talia, fucking fire theme.
Yeah, that's an underrated one. I feel like Talia's is good. Nico's
I feel like
is
there was
good.
a point
There's so
in
many good
time
ones.
where I don't know if people do this anymore, but there was definitely a point in time where anytime a new Worlds cinematic like music would come out, people would just put Talia's theme to it and be like, it works better every time. Talia's theme goes with every Worlds music video better.
Yeah.
Panta's also good. I'll get that. Have you guys thought about doing more YouTube type content? Challenges, tier lists, League, Jeopardy.
Not really at the moment. I think if we're going to do more content, it's going to be on the Patreon, I think. It's very hard to get us all together. Like, we have this time blocked out every week, and we have for a long time. But it's definitely hard to get more than that, I think.
And even
Yeah, it's
just
kind of the
editing
exception.
time is...
And editing time, yeah.
tough
sure.
to
Yeah.
get. Because, like, yeah, the video content for things like that is tough, man. I would love to, for the record, I giving more YouTube content has always kind of been something that I, especially like kind of gaming type content outside of just strictly podcast type stuff, that's something that I would love to do with more time.
I'm
it's just a
thinking
challenge.
we plan to be around for a while, and as our child, I don't mean alive.
I don't plan on dying.
I don't plan on dying, but also the podcast, y'all, fuck off. As our child gets a bit older, things might get a little bit easier. We'll be less tired and have a little bit more time to do certain things. But it is definitely hard to get. I'd like to keep doing reactions as things get dropped, but other than that, I can't see too much more happening right now.
I feel like Camille could potentially say some things to get herself canceled on Twitter if she got too drunk. That does sound like Camille, to be honest. That's you're not wrong there. Let's see.
Oh, Kindred theme. I haven't listened to that one as much. I should
Kindred
more.
one is very, very good. I like that a lot too.
And Pikes, I need to listen to. Volabear's theme is good. It's not one I listen to like regularly though, I guess.
Yeah, there are some that are just like they do fit the champion so fucking well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want John to host
like
it?
Orin has a good one, the Hearth, like the
The Hearth.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
That's a great one, yeah. I want John to host a Jeopardy style episode with friends of Loreheads. I mean, I would do that. It'd be hard to like
Sure.
set up, but I would do
Yeah.
it. If someone wanted to help me with the, if someone wanted to put together the questions,
Do all that, yeah.
I would be happy to host it, and we would, and put out a video for it. I'd be happy to do that.
We got a chance to play. What's that?
Oh, 2XKO is the fighting game.
Oh, I'm not interested. Were either of you gonna play that one? I do not play fighting games. I can't for the life of me. Maybe if they
also
let me
not
play, if there's like a story mode or something, I might play it. If I could play alone, I like to play
If there's
fighting
like
games
a
by myself.
Street Fighter
Yeah.
5 style story mode.
Otherwise, I don't like playing PvP
Sure there will
with
be.
fighters.
I would be surprised actually. I think the team that's working on that is like so hyper specifically good at like just the fighting game mechanics in general. I'd be surprised if they wanted to put a story behind it.
Who knows?
I think if you're a fighting game fan, I'm sure it's going to be good. Like not only is the initial group that they kind of brought on to take care of it super good, but I mean we know the kind of head designer on it too, and he's
Sean, right?
Yeah, Sean, and he's very good. So I have no doubt
realized
at
he was-
all.
realized he was a designer on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he's up there on the team for
He used
sure.
to shoutcast like Tekken tournaments, didn't he?
Yeah,
That's
he
what
used
I
to
remember.
participate in Tekken
Yeah.
tag tournaments, which it was hilarious because the 2XKO did not used to be a tag style game. It used to be a 1v1 game, and when they announced that it was going to be swapping to a tag style format, I was like, I got a strong feeling that was some fucking Sean influence on that one. He was a big Tekken tag guy. Let's see. You would love to help with that? I mean, I would love to have your help with that. So, yeah, reach out. You know where to find me. I would be happy to execute on that with you.
Yeah, you can tag him on the Discord or anything. if you
Yeah.
wanna chat.
Yeah, in
There's
case
a lot
you
of
didn't
places
know,
we don't
anytime you tag
see-
me on the Discord,
He'll
I'll
pop in. Yeah.
I'll pop in.
I think any of us. But
Yeah.
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 We don't read a lot of the Discord just because there's like a lot going on at any given time. Like I've got a few channels. Like I'll always read the lore channels. I'll always
Yeah.
read the TFT channels and shit. But unless I'm tagged, I normally don't visit a lot of places on there.
And a lot of places we don't realize that you can get messages. Like it took me 2 years to see the Twitter ones and the Spotify comments. We don't see the shit. We're fucking old.
Right, yeah.
I thought DMs you just got them. I didn't realize you had to approve them and that you wouldn't get a notification for it.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, yeah.
It's alpha test in August. You can still sign up for. If you get in, you'll get a friend code. I see. Are you asking us to get in to give you a friend code? I mean, I will say too, Sean, because he moved to the 2K team, but he was also on the Legends of Runeterra team for launch too. So
Oh.
he's been on a lot of those really cool projects. So
Yeah.
in case you want some rioters to watch, for hot shit coming up if they ever leave Riot, follow Sean. So you,
What's his last name, honey? You're just saying Sean.
I know that's because I'm
Right.
drunk.
I can't remember his last name either. Oh my god.
I'm gonna pull up my Facebook real quick.
Okay.
Sorry, Sean.
There's so many Seans in the world.
There's a lot
I
of
was gonna say, is there
Seans
like
and there's a lot of alcohol
Right?
that's gone in my body.
And of the two Seans I know from Riot, they both also have the same last initial.
Sean Rivera.
Rivera.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yep, that's the yep.
I knew it,
So
but I-
if you well, fuck you.
Why didn't
So
you
if you're
say
looking
it?
for people who have left Riot and started their own company, if that ever happens with Sean Rivera, it's probably
Everyone stalk Sean Rivera.
it's probably gonna be a good company. There's like a lot of people at Riot that I'm like, if this person ever leaves and starts their own company, it's probably gonna be some hot shit. Because it happens a lot. You'd be surprised how many people leave Riot, start their own companies, and then they like do really cool shit. Like I don't know if any of y'all have played Dauntless. It's on PC and Switch. It's kind of like a free to play Monster Hunter. But yeah, that shit was that shit was just a few people who left Riot and decided to start their own company. One of them from player support. So
Neat.
yeah, that was a Jesse Houston, Nick Clifford venture.
Mm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. So when people leave Riot, they do cool shit usually. So look out for it. Sean Rivera.
Scroll.
I mean, you're happy at Riot. I'm happy for you. If you ever leave
You're
Riot.
like trying to like curse him or something.
I know, right? Let's see.
It sounds like a threat.
A few days ago, I got into a D&D podcast. I would love to see you guys make a D&D campaign in Runeterra.
Ooh.
We actually already did one.
I'd love to fucking play it. A D&D campaign.
We do play D&D
in general.
together, although we haven't been able to in a long time. But yeah that's a tough one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whose birthday was it? Was it my birthday or Mark's birthday that we did the...
You guys have the same birthday.
It's the same birthday. What are you talking about, man? You are drunk. What are you talking about?
Honey. Oh, sweetheart.
We do it. I don't
When
remember.
did we do the Runeterra D&D campaign?
I don't remember doing
I
one.
was
don't
the
think we
occasion?
didn't do a Runeterra D&D campaign.
I don't know about that.
We did do
We
one.
never did.
I don't know
We
about
did do one. We did do one that I DM'd where it was patch 421 or something like that, where it was like y'all were in the code of League of Legends. That was its own thing. That was some old bullshit that
I mean, that was probably it, right?
I guess so.
Hey,
Yeah,
what the
Cyborg
fuck?
Brandon Beck showed up.
Acetaminophen. Is that Ben?
Ben!
Is that you, Ben?
Hi, Ben.
Hold on, let me scroll down a little bit.
Like,
Oh, I got
like
anything else?
Menafins, Ben?
I know, the metaphene. What a
brave.
blast from the
Oh,
pen.
be brave.
Get that ice cream?
Be brave.
Ben, that was their coach.
I was gonna say, yeah, when we ever talk about winning Riot Rumble, that's because Timetaphine here in chat told us to be brave.
Yeah, he would drink and tell him to do good and then leave.
I think we still.
Oh, Mark, you still
Oh,
have his
shit,
jacket. He
Mark's-
has his jacket.
Mark's got the fucking
literally, like,
jacket
sitting on
on
it, right?
him.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Oh, thank you for linking the Discord, somebody. I did see somebody ask if they could join the Discord. There it is, old Ronnie.
Old Ronnie.
Scrubs. You still got
Hold
yours
on, where's
somewhere,
the-
too. Yeah.
Yeah, this needs to be washed. Now that I'm thinking about it.
That's okay. You can't tell.
We still have pictures from like that event where
2012,
you'll see like
holy
you'll see the
shit.
other coaches and shit just like really getting in there behind their team on the stage, just like, and you'll see just like fucking Ben Huang having a beer, just confident in our ability to conquer because he's given us all the advice he needs, all the advice we need.
It's a mindset. It's a mindset.
Aw, Heart. You
Aw,
did
thanks,
this,
Heart.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Confidence is key. I distinctly remember Ben like having our Blitzcrank training session, because so this was a time where I was playing Tarek almost exclusively support.
Old Tarek.
Old Tarek.
Yes.
And every time I went up against a Blitzcrank, I would just get my like shit pushed in, and Ben like got together all of his like, because Ben is very good at the game.
That's why he was training.
We were not. We were in the gold tier, and of us, Mark and Tam were gold rated. Even if you never, I don't know if you technically made it to gold, but you were gold. Myself, Ryan, probably Fred. Probably we weren't. We were probably silver, if that. But Ben was very, very good. And I remember he and his friends just fucking destroyed us. And I got like so frustrated. I was like, man, I don't feel like I'm fucking learning anything. You're just kicking the shit out of me all the time. He's like, yeah, man, like just learn how to play against it. Like you're literally a hard counter to Blitzcrank, and you're not playing like it. But yeah, he taught me how to play against Blitzcrank, and it was very successful. Probably not anymore because they changed Tarek a lot, and I don't play support anymore. But thanks,
Hart
Ben.
asked who the strongest champion that we could take in a fight would be. None of them is my answer, Heart. Sorry.
You don't think you could beat Melio's ass? I know he's got those fires, but
Oh my
he is
god.
a child.
I guess maybe I could punch
I
him.
had to
I
beat
don't know
this-
if I could do it. He's so cute.
Yeah, he beats you on that regard.
Hmm.
Yumi? No, she probably could. No,
I couldn't
no,
hit a
Yumi beats
cat.
your
No
ass.
way. Cats are so cute.
Wait, is it? Did they say he's the strongest? Who's the strongest
Who's the
champion
strongest
you can take
champion
in a
you can
fight?
take in a fight?
You
That is
win?
tough.
What are we fighting over?
Even the weak people are pretty fucking tough.
Lulu?
Yeah, the weakest
I
Lulu
person
couldn't
would
hit
can
kick the
Lulu.
beat.
shit out of me for
She just
sure.
turned you into a squirrel.
Timo. I could kick the shit out of Timo.
Do we get weapons?
We're
or is
just
it
picking
like bare
children and
knuckle?
old men, is what we're doing. Zillion.
Well, everyone else is strong,
Right? The weakest people are just like, oh, it's just a big guy with a sword. Guess who I can't kill?
right? Actually, who
Is it to the
are there any
death?
sword users who aren't specifically Fiora level duelists
Probably
and
not.
don't have massive ass swords?
They all
like
have to be
Aaron?
like amazing or the best or whatever. I could maybe
Yeah, they
beat
could
up
be pretty
Sona,
good.
but I'd feel bad about it. Oh, Seraphine. Y'all beat the fucking shit out of Seraphine.
Okay, that's fair. Do they get their in-game abilities?
I feel
If
bad,
I have a
though. I
sword,
don't hate Seraphine like people
There's
do.
potential, and just my best chance. I'm probably gonna lose anyway. But all I'm saying is, if I have a sword, I have potential to maybe take Draven
Oh, this guy.
Hey, honey.
This guy-
in
don't-
melee combat.
Brave it.
Ooh, honey.
Who doesn't
In
get to
melee
throw the
combat.
I
axe,
think
he has to
maybe in
hold
your
them.
20s, yes. But you're 38 now.
You don't need
You need some springy bones, I
All the
think.
you don't need to
experience.
do a lot.
Draven's got
to poke a
really
lot of
springy
tiny holes in
bones,
someone.
and you gotta...
It might be a double KO. But
We'll count that as a victory. I think. For this circumstance, that's a win.
because I think anyone who can use magic automatically wins, right? Like I have to
Sure,
choose
right.
someone who can't use magic, and there's not a ton of people that can't use magic here. Draven's one thing is that he throws axes real good.
Hard just said technically every time he throws his swords, he has to go pick them up.
Exactly.
So you just gotta dodge two. And
Just
not
do.
let him get them back.
And we
step
saw
on him.
Riven dodge him. You know, if she can do it,
If what,
Riven,
what's
one of
broken
the-
can be reforged.
One of the biggest, like, Noxian generals. It's because she's a woman.
it's because she's the only one that I have in a cinematic of fighting Draven.
And you said if she can do it, I obviously can.
This
This,
can
if
score
this
a point on
female can dodge, then surely I could.
I mean, all I'm saying is that I can't
You did
wield a
say
heavy
that.
sword like Riven can. The one thing I can do is dodge.
Sarah just
It's
like,
literally the only thing I can do.
John out here comparing himself to Riven. Thank you, Sarah. That hurts,
What
but
about Bard?
I could take Elise. Just give me a can of Raid.
Ayo. But wait, you're pretty sad.
I'm not
Sarah's
doing
dogging
PT on
you.
my shoulder anymore.
Sarah's
I'm past that now.
Dogging you. So I come over, you're doing physical therapy on your sad shoulder. She ain't lying.
She is lying. I'm not doing PT on my shoulder anymore.
You sound like someone who could kick Draven's ass, let me tell you. Fuck.
Heimerdinger.
Yeah, I think like it depends on like can Heimerdinger build shit as quickly as he can in game.
I just like, I know in my soul I could never hit the dinger donger, you know?
You can just punch him
him.
once.
It's true. I did cry a little bit when he got canceled from the council. So, I mean,
My sad little
so
face.
I certainly couldn't punch him.
No.
It would just completely crumple under that punch. It would just be like, oh.
That would feel even
You
Oh,
feel
worse.
immediately
Victor.
bad.
Yeah, you're right. If he's just regular Victor, he's like a sick guy. Yeah, I could beat up a sick man.
See, the problem is Hui
Oh,
also
Hui,
does
yeah.
magic.
It
Anyone who
depends.
does
He had
magic is going to destroy me. Even if they have shitty magic. Because I was thinking about, like, Ezreal. Like, maybe Ezreal. But, like, even his shitty magic
You
is
never
way
catch
better
him.
than my not magic.
Viego, I could break up his wife and he'd break down. Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a reason they're champions, right?
Yeah. This is going on way
Right, it's almost
longer than
like
I expected.
It's some sort of league, right? Of
Did you cry all
legendary
23
figures.
times you watched Timer get kicked off the console? I will say I cried probably at least 22 of them. Like, I wish I could say that's an exaggeration, but I very much think that I have now seen Arcane close to 23 times.
That's wild. I've seen it once. I will rewatch it before the next season, though.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to watch it with y'all and point out everything that I now
Great.
know after having seen it 23 fucking times.
I'll watch it during the day when
You
you're
know what
working.
my least favorite thing about React content is the fucking comment section. If you ever like watch especially if it's someone reacting to something like a few months after something got released, because everyone who then watches reaction videos have watched it dozens of times. And then they get in the comment section, they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you fucking missed this split-second thing and seen like 23 minutes where he did this one thing. Like, you're such a fucking idiot." Like, y'all gotta calm down. The commenters of reaction videos are just the worst.
They're really cutting John deep.
I mean, I
Yeah.
really don't do.
Let 'em know how
I
you
guess we
feel.
do kind of do reaction content, but I get so upset
Occasionally.
reading comments on other people's reaction videos, especially when people react to Arcane and the people in the comments are like, "I can't believe you didn't know this shit." Like, they've never played the fucking game before. They're watching this for the first time. Like, leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Be nice to
Be
people.
nice to reactors.
Be
They're just trying to
nice.
enjoy the lore, you know? Let's see.
I have to pee.
Brahm, you can pee.
All right, I'm going.
Go for it. Oh, wait, like now?
Yeah, I'm going right now.
Oh, don't do that. That's my chair.
Oh, Mark, you froze. Okay, no, never
back.
mind.
You're audioed in. You're good.
Oh, that was great.
Watch when we play draft, me and Rebecca just yell, "My wife," back and forth. That is
And
true.
where is she?
That
I like
is-
my witchy version. I'll never
Anytime
change
there is a Viego on our team or on the enemy team,
it.
those two are both straight up. Where is she?
The best way to react to videos is to say absolutely nothing in the end of the video when it's over. I think that's what some people want us to do. I remember one time we got a comment and they're like, "Stop talking over the video," or something like that. And I was like, "We're doing a reaction. What do you want us to do?
Got
Just
it.
sit there stoic?"
Nope.
It's true. If
Don't worry
you
about
pause the video, people get upset at you for pausing the video. If you don't pause the video, they'll get upset at you for talking over the video. Truly, the comment reactions or the comment section of reaction videos are some of the worst places. They do
It's
have
like,
some
is this
great
where
people.
is this where you're watching this video for the first time? Like, if you want to see this video we're reacting to,
Exactly, like
then go watch it. Don't watch our reaction.
We should react to the comment section of reaction videos.
Oh my. Oh, fuck, Mark, that's so good. That's so good, though. Yo. Oh, yeah,
Really,
we
that
gotta
exists.
do that.
you work with a man named Diego and you always think of yelling Viego. You should.
Mhm.
Why not? You know,
Yeah.
you only live once. Why not call Diego's Viegos?
Call people by their not names. They love
Right,
that.
just purposefully just. It's from this game I like. He's a real dick, this Viego guy.
Well, if you talk over it, they're gonna get mad. If you pause, then they'll complain. Yeah, that seems to be the way of it. Two-step program to be successful. Don't be a bitch. Be successful. If you're not successful yet, address step one.
Oh, I don't think I can change that.
That's
about
tough.
me, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie.
No, you didn't see anything.
So much champagne just spilled all over you as you were
No,
doing
it's
that.
fine. I've already
You're
wet
getting-
myself, so you can't even
getting
tell.
Great, great. That's some big brain thinking right there, man.
You know,
John doesn't get drunk very often, so this is a special time.
I know. Every time I have to fill out those, like, you ever like go to the doctor and they're like, "Do you drink?" I'm like, "Yeah." "How often do you drink?" I'm like, "Well, it's gonna sound weird, but exactly one time a week at 8 p.m."
Wednesday.
I stand by it. My hand is so wet.
Yeah, how did that happen? Oh my god, that's so weird.
I don't know. I don't think I peed on it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. As our daughter would say. And only that. Oh, I gotta take her to therapy tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you're pulling late. It's like wow, it's 11:30, huh?
It's late. Yeah. We should probably wrap up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming. This
literally,
has been
thank you.
great. You guys are great.
Yeah, thanks, y'all.
We love you all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously we still have lots of episodes planned, so this is not the end. This is just the end of, I guess, the tagline, you know? It's
Yeah,
Yeah. We've been
I mean,
learning.
we're probably still
right?
going to use
Then
the
we can apply
tagline
our
because I don't
knowledge.
want to.
I think so.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to think of a new one, but
I will still use it.
Oh, Heart,
Heart,
stop
was that another
gifting
5?
subs?
Thanks so much for the subs, buddy.
No, thank you, man.
Thanks, Reldor. I hope you I hope you all continue to like the content. We're gonna be coming out with some AU content, some deep dives on regions. We're gonna do some revisiting. We're gonna touch on, you know, some other lore
games
occasionally
and-
too. Some Riot lore, some non-Riot lore. We've got some things we're excited about. So
We're always down for suggestions, so
yeah,
please
we
let us
kind
know.
of
We never expected anyone to listen to this. We really were just doing it for ourselves. So this is kind of wild. Yeah. You missed the whole conversation about the champion. That's okay.
that's
It'll be
right.
on Spotify.
I was gonna say it'll be on Spotify and it'll be on YouTube. So
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Yeah, I've got another like few hours. So
I did see one comment a little while back.
what the fuck is it, Captain Mitsos? Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs.
Thank you.
You guys are too
Thank you.
generous.
So generous. Generous.
Generous.
You so generous.
Generous.
Anyway, I did see one comment that said, "Bring back the movie podcast,"
Oh, really?
which is something John and I. It was a while ago. I don't remember who said it.
Yeah, we did.
We used to do a movie podcast.
We
I don't
did
know
used
if
to
that'll
do a
ever
movie
come. Maybe once
podcast.
Poppy's in school. We'll see.
we would talk about. We would exclusively do franchises that had at least 3 entries, and we would talk about the highest and the lowest rated one without watching anything in between.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And you know, it's not out of the question that
We have lots of franchises to do.
I was gonna say when
get
we
to
have
redo
more
Fast and
time to
Furious.
record, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Honestly, I'd love to go back and do some of those.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you. Nice. Well, I hope to make you happy soonish.
All right, friends.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today. We love you all, and yeah, we'll still be around. So
Yeah, see you next week. John will be
See you
streaming
next week.
here on Saturday. This Saturday.
yeah, I'll still be here on Saturday. So do some.
He'll be more sober.
I'll probably be on PBE trying the new set out still. So
Yeah. And then maybe Swarm
hell yes,
or
Swarm.
ARAM. One of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Well, have a wonderful night,
All right.
everyone. It's been, oh Jesus Christ! Wait, did we just get another 5 from? Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Dead.
Mr. Dead.
Thank you so much for the
Thank
gift
you.
subs.
You're all very sweet.
You are very sweet. I see what you're
Yeah,
trying to do. You
appreciate
don't want
it.
us to log off. I'm on TV.
I still really have to pee though.
Yeah, likewise.
It's the champagne.
I know, right?
Right. It runs
Well-
right through you.
No, it's
Yeah.
not a contest. The contest is over.
Wait, what just happened? Did another one go as I minimized?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Okay. We'll have a. We're gonna cut it off before Heart gets competitive.
Yeah. Heart, don't get competitive. Absolutely not, Heart. You've already given too much.
Meet us here on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good night.
Well, love you all, and we'll see you
All right.
soon.
Night, y'all.
Bye.